Tonight, broadcasting from 4 different places across Japan, the Famicast.com, in coordination with Uniqlo Heat Tech and Maruchan Instant Noodles, is proud to present the first annual Famicast Game of the Year Awards 2017.
Oh boy.
And now, here is your host, Mr. Daniel Bivens.
Happy holidays and welcome to Famicast 116, your Famicast for the latter part of December 2017.
December.
Again, I'm Danny and I'm joined by Mr. James Charlton.
Couldn't even get his name right.
Could not.
Oh my goodness. Welcome. Can I get an award, by the way?
Maybe by the end of the show, we'll see. And we're also joined by Mr. Ty Sugart.
Oh, hapless holidays, everyone.
And Cyrus Delaney.
Gracefully receiving the award for best intro to the show, Cyrus Delaney, I would have you know. Hello.
Look at us, eh? The video viewers. The video viewers are in for a treat. We're all wearing our tuxes today. Which, it sounds like a joke, but we actually are. We're taking this whole award ceremony very seriously. Hashtag the FAMMIES.
Yep. Absolutely.
Gross.
Hey, that's what the fans chose.
Yep.
We put a bunch of them up there, and that's the one they chose.
Oh no.
This is why we don't put things up for people to choose.
Right.
Well, before we get to the FAMMIES, we do have a little bit of new business to discuss, but I guarantee that the majority of this episode will be all about the FAMMIES and the best games and all sorts of different categories that you hopefully already know. But if you don't, keep listening on and you'll find out after our new business, which is happening right now. And first up, James, how about you kick us off with new business?
Right. Well, yeah, I'll just keep this brief because, the awards are waiting. I mean, people are, queuing up to get in here. They're already drunk. So there's we had a few. We kind of got like a little bit inundated with like last minute like review requests and like codes coming in to review these indie games. So we're trying to like mop them all up before the end of the year. It's really hard. There's so many games to like review, and we can't review all of them. There's 4 of us, but in actuality, there's only maybe 2 or 3 of us who actually can do reviews. So I chose a very, very short one purposefully so I could get the review done as quickly as possible. It's a game called I and Me. It's like a very cutesy kind of like simple puzzle platformer, I guess. More like a puzzle game. But you control like these 2 little rabbits, which kind of work kind of like how the double cherry works in Mario 3D World, where like you're basically controlling 2 people at exactly the same time. They do exactly the same movements. You can trap them behind objects in the level to make them further apart or whatever, but they're always moving in unison. And it starts off like a simple kind of platform where you're kind of jumping over gaps in coordination with each other, but then it does like evil things, like it'll put spikes. It'll separate the little rabbits like upper and lower. Oh no, it's cats. Sorry, it's cats. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was rabbits. They're very rabbity looking cats. It's kind of hard. Well, look at the review. You'll see the screenshots. Like it'll put these 2 cats above and below each other, and the above cat has got like complete freedom to jump, but the bottom one will have like spikes above him, so you can't actually jump. You have to be careful. Like you have to be careful when you time your jumps, because if you jump at the wrong time, you're going to kill your brother, and then it's game over. If one of you dies, you both die. It's like the Marines, like I said in my review. Leave no cat behind.
Right.
So yeah, there's like a bunch of levels, like maybe 90 stages or something. Like
Jesus.
But it's very like art school project. It's kind of like something that a 2nd or 3rd grader would do for their like final programming project. And I mean, it's not really programmer art, but it's almost like that. It's like the programmer got his best buddy who's like all right at Photoshop to do the artwork for him. But yeah, it's not that good. It's very, very simplistic. I mean, it's got a nice kind of like, I don't know, dreamlike kind of like simple, cutesy, fluffy look to it, but it is very simple. You can kind of see the joins and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's just a simple game. So you can easily like breeze through it, you know, in I don't know how many hours you can get through the whole thing. I didn't complete every single stage, but I did a bunch of them in just like a few hours. So I don't know, for a low price, I would say, yeah, why the hell not? Just for a little time killer. But knowing how things are priced on the Switch, you know, people are like trying to make cash money on the eShop at the moment. Is probably like, you know, $10-15, and I would say probably not worth it for that much. Yeah, I could easily see this being like an iOS game or something like that, you know, for like $2-3 or something like that, but it probably isn't on the Switch. So yeah, buyer beware, I guess. And yeah, well, we've got a bunch of other reviews on the site, that, like, for example, John reviewed and stuff like that, so check them out. But Danny, you've been playing something as well, right?
Yeah, so a game I've been playing, I just downloaded it the other night. It's called One More Dungeon, and it's like it's a first-person shooter, but and it's kind of in the style of like basically kind of like think original Doom. It's really, this is like specifically like 8-bit like type of graphics, like enemies and stuff like that you'll encounter. It's just like 8-bit that you'll see in kind of like a 3D type of a plane, but
it's like fantasy setting, right?
Yeah, it's a fantasy setting. So like your character, so he's
more like Hexen then, Danny. Not Doom, Hexen.
Hell yeah, Hexen. I fucking love Hexen.
Really, I hated that stupid game.
You weren't playing with me. You weren't going mad on flying pigs. Okay, that's what the game is about.
That might be it. I played multiplayer with my friends only, and I just did not enjoy it at all.
Probably got stomped. You probably picked a class that wasn't the barbarian warrior guy.
Yeah, I think I tried the magician or something a few times.
Yeah, there you go. That's your first problem. He sucks.
Well, in this, you're kind of like a combo barbarian magician, I guess, because you're equipped with.
That is the greatest sequence of verbs or adjectives that have been used on this.
Or verbs.
Yeah, verbs.
We're gonna do verbs.
But you're equipped with a very, very tiny knife and a staff to start off with. And the thing about this game, it's all procedurally generated. So like, there's only like 8 stages or something like that. So you're encouraged to basically keep on playing through as much as you can. And
so it's kind of like a roguelike dungeon crawler?
It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
And I mean, the more you play, like, it's pretty tough at first, but the more you play, you unlock like specific unlocks for the game, like things that could make it easier, like especially to start off. The more points you get, you can purchase this type of stuff. The start off, the things at the start are things like, hey, you can have the enemy's health, you can give yourself more health, and then you can usually go into the game with like 2 of these things at a time to kind of attack the enemies and go at it.
Okay,
and,
so this looks just like Crypt of the Necrodancer without the rhythm.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
But it's 3D though.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing too, because I mean you're controlling through these stages in complete 3D, but at the same time, kind of like the original Doom. And I don't remember Hexen so much. I think Hexen you can actually look up and down, right?
I think. Gosh, I don't remember. Yeah, you could.
Okay, because with this, you can only look to the left or right, so you can't like aim up or down. It's just you're moving. You have a stick.
It looks like all the levels are flat anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. But I mean, sometimes enemies. Yeah, it honestly doesn't matter as long as you line yourself up with where the enemies are coming. You're going to be fine. I haven't had a whole heck of a lot of time to play this. Maybe I've only played for like an hour or so. It's not bad. I mean, like the default control setting for like the sensitivity for the movement on the right stick, it's set like pretty damn fast. So I had to kick it down a little bit so that I can, actually go through the levels pretty smoothly and stuff. But when it comes to like this, trying to think back to when I was playing something like Doom on the Super Nintendo, because that's like when I first played the game.
The best way to play it.
Yeah. But like what I liked about it is that, hey, you're playing through these levels, you're finding all sorts of cool secrets, you're finding all sorts of cool weapons, and they're always in the same place, which is fine, because then like if you get murdered by some demons, you kind of know where to go from there. This, on the other hand, with it being procedurally generated, everything's different every single time. And
well, every single time you die, you respawn, it's a whole new level?
yes.
Oh shit.
Maybe in like the
Yeah,
same
boys.
Yeah,
Wow.
same type of aesthetic for like per level, from what I understand. But like,
okay.
yeah, it just resets completely. Enemy placement, everything. So I don't
Totally
know,
random levels, I take it.
what's that?
It's totally random levels, right?
No, because like the I'm in level 1, and it's always like the same type of like aesthetic. there.
Okay, yeah, aesthetic, but the layout is different every time, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, there are different varieties of like, roguelike randomly generated stuff, right? The level layout will be the same, but the enemies will be different, or like both will be different, or like, but this one seems to be just full on.
Yeah,
Everything
I'm
changes.
guessing it puts it in and you don't know where the fuck you're going.
Right, that seems a bit harsh.
Basically, in the game, you're trying to like find some kind of like a gatekeeper or something, and you kill them, and then you can move on to the next level. And when you first start out, because you don't have any advantages at all, it's just really fucking hard. But once you start getting like, you have enough points to pay, like I said, to have the enemy's health or give yourself more health or something like that, it gets a little bit easier. But still, at the same time, it's tough. I mean, especially that freaking stupid melee weapon that you start out with is just terrible. Like, it can't do anything.
It's like a letter opener.
Yeah, if you get up close to somebody, they're just going to murder you. I mean, the best thing to do is use this staff that can shoot projectiles, and it's great. But I mean, it's limited in its use. So I mean, you kind of got to use it kind of sparingly. I don't know. I mean, the game controls well. It looks really cool, but just like something about it, when comparing it to something like I said, like Doom or something like that. Like, what I liked about was that, yes, I kept playing these levels and I kept dying, but I would keep getting better because I would know where to go. I would know where the enemies would be, and like that type of a thing. This game doesn't do that, obviously, with it being a roguelike.
Do you remember that one level in GoldenEye? It was the Russian kind of like train station one, and it would annoy me that the box, the suitcase or something, like the helicopter would explode and it would put the box in like a random location each time.
That was weird.
That used to fucking annoy the hell out of me. And that was just one object in one level. So like having the whole level change each time, not being able to, know your target or whatever each time. Yeah, I don't think I would like that.
It's almost kind of like it's missing the point of like what these old games used to do. But I mean, at the same time, though, it does give you a lot of variety. It does keep things fresh if you're really into that type of thing. So I mean, you can't master it. You just have to get really good at the gameplay, and then just really good at finding shit throughout the levels and stuff, I guess. But
gotta find that suitcase.
Yeah, so no suitcase yet. I'm working on a review for that. Probably be coming up on the site in the next,
yeah,
soon. So I'm about halfway through writing a review. And, I kind of know what I want to say. I just want to play a little bit more to see if my opinion changes.
Will it be in consideration for any awards tonight?
I would probably say no.
Good or bad? No, we got some negative awards, so you never know.
Yes. This isn't as bad as some of the bullshit that I've played this year.
Okay, fair enough.
Not even close. Because this actually it's a functional game. It actually works. So
made by professionals.
Yes, semi-professional.
Okay.
But anyways, that's it for me.
Next.
Cyrus, how about you, man?
Yeah, I picked up one thing that so like right now the eShop has a pretty big sale going on. Shock horror, an actual good sale on a Nintendo console. But and of course I picked up a game that was not on sale because so I picked up what's it? I always forget the name of this goddamn game. It was Phantom Breaker. Yeah. So it's like Phantom Breaker Battlegrounds Overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like many of the games I end up playing on the Switch, is a re-release of an older game. So I played a demo of this back in the 360 years ago.
What?
But
Yeah, I have this game on 360.
So the only reason I'm actually even interested in this game at all is that it was originally Phantom Breaker was a fighting game. And then this was kind of a spin-off where they're like, hey, our fighting game kind of tanked. Let's use the characters and make another game. So they made like a side-scrolling beat-em-up, like Golden Axe style, Streets of Rage style, but they tried to keep all of the fighting game mechanics intact. So that was what I was like, oh, cool, this is a cool idea. It's like a full fighting game, but Streets of Rage.
Ooh.
So I finally picked it up on Switch, and I'm not sure what to make of this game. It's like in theory, all of these pieces are cool. You've got these long strings of combos and loads of different mechanics. There's 5 different characters or 6 different characters to start with, and they're all wildly different, like fighting game characters. But they try to like start the game off, and they give you access to all of the abilities in the game. So you're this like super powered monster, and then in like Metroid style, they take all that away from you, and you have to like earn it back by leveling up through the game.
Oh.
And it's really confusing because they don't explain anything to you. It's like it's like it assumes you have played the fighting game and understand how all of this works already before you start playing it.
Oh, you don't? You didn't play the fighting game at all?
I only played the demo of the fighting game because it's just like that game died on the vine. But it's so like you start off.
Are you doing like fighting game style, like like down forward punch kind of moves, or are you just like random buttons? Or?
They simplify it a bit, so it's like Smash Brothers inputs. So you've got a light attack, heavy attack, medium attack, and special attack, and all of these are just like you tap them, you do one thing. If you hold down while doing each of them, you'll do a different input. And you can do dash attacks. You can do like air dashes, double jumps, and triple jumps, and you unlock all this stuff as you go.
Mm.
So in the first level, you're like I said, you're this superpowered thing. You can dash 6 different directions and triple jump and special cancel, and your shadow attacks backwards and all this like nonsense stuff that's going on. But then they take all that away from you, and you're really weak. Like Danny's game, you're back to square one. You've got this shitty paper cutter and a wand.
Awesome.
But, so you
can't even punch. Guys are just punching you in the face, and you just can't do anything. You're like
You can't combo. You start off, and you can just like one hit, and it feels really bad. It feels like they took away all your options. It's not like this is how the game should start. It feels like they went backwards from where a game should be playable.
So it's like Metroidvania, but in a scrolling beat 'em up. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's like they try and make the first level kind of easy, which is fair enough, but it gets really more difficult really quick, and they don't explain any of the like mechanics, like that you were able to crouch under certain projectiles, and like how if you use your special button, it's a counter that freezes everyone who touches you, but it costs meter, and like I keep finding out new button combinations that do new things while I'm playing it.
So you have to like unlock your legs or something like that.
Almost, yeah, like that.
You can now use your legs.
So it's like they felt the game wasn't long enough, so they want you to failing at levels over and over, which gives you experience, which you upgrade your character, and then you can beat the level.
So if you beat the game and then you start again, do they take your legs away again?
No, you retain any level ups you've gotten throughout the game, but you can. It's like a skill tree where you pick what kind of stuff you want to upgrade, and at any time you can like set your tree back to 0 or delete certain nodes and use those points to unlock new stuff. So you can delete your legs anytime you want. But,
delete your legs, put it all on head.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so the game is cool, but I feel it's really bad to start with, and once you've gotten every character up to like half of their tree unlocked, it becomes a fun game.
Oh, that's nice of them.
So I tried playing this with my fiance. This is why I bought this, was like, because I played that atrocious Cartoon Network Battle Crashers, which you'll probably hear about later in the show.
You're playing this on like split Joy-Cons, like little Joy-Cons each?
Yeah, little Joy-Cons each.
Oh my goodness.
But it's fine enough to play on that. It's because it forces you to use the D-pad. You can't use analog sticks for most of the game, so the little dinky analog sticks are fine. And but my girlfriend had no idea how to play this. Like, she was so frustrated and confused trying to figure out how any of it worked. And I was trying to explain it to her, and I barely knew what was going on. And trying to explain Joy-Con buttons to people is really hard. It's like you hold down while pressing down circle. I mean, no, the down circle button, and you're holding forward, and then she hits like the right circle button, and you're like, no, I mean, and it's just
for fuck's sake, no, press the wrong button.
And what makes it even more complicated is that it's really badly ported in some ways, so that when you're reading, like they have a control screen where you can check what your buttons do.
Oh, it's the Xbox picture.
It's not an Xbox picture, but it only shows the Joy-Con in a vertical position. So it has it says light attack is Y, like heavy attack is B, whatever. But then when you're playing with the Joy-Con on its side, all of those buttons are now rotated 90 degrees. But
they don't tell you.
So it's almost impossible to explain how to play this game to someone beside you.
Are you using the attachment, like the little slidey thing that goes on top of the Joy-Con?
It doesn't really help because you only use the trigger once every now and then to like jump between sections of the game, so it's fine.
Okay.
I still don't really like using those. I tried them out a few times, and I'm like, the buttons are all weird and clicky.
It's better to have them than not, especially if you're playing like Mario Kart or something.
That's what because after the last show where I think one of you was complaining that I wasn't using the grips, I was like, okay, I'll play Mario Kart with Chica, and let's see how this works better with the grip on top. And we both hated it immediately and like took it off after one race because it was so annoying to use them.
Wow.
I mean, it's annoying to put them on, put them on and off and whatever, but
we just didn't like the buttons. We're so used to using the tiny little Z buttons on the Joy-Con.
Poor people. Oh man.
So yeah, I will be doing a review for Phantom Breakers.
All right, cool.
But
no rush on that one, Cyrus.
Yeah, I think it's like the top 10 on the Japanese eShop.
Really?
Like it's on the charts up there with that Senran Kagura game. So.
Well, you can't compete with that. That's got boobs and it's only 1,000 yen. So
it's true. The boobs in this one are pixelated and they're hard to see. I don't know how they even got on the chart.
Same.
Yeah. So my verdict is being reserved, but it's an okay game. It's not getting on any of these lists. It's not bad enough or good enough to make it to these lists.
Right on. Okay.
All right. Well, Ty, have you been playing anything lately?
Oh yeah, I play video games all the time.
I think I ever that question. I thought I'd do it anyway.
Well, but before I get into anything that was on a Nintendo system, I got my Xbox One X.
Nice.
Xbox.
Go in the house.
Yeah, the Box of Scorpions edition.
The world's most powerfully unnecessarily powerful console ever.
Yeah, that's right.
Spoken like a true Nintendo fanboy.
Right?
Even a console that powerful. I mean, what a waste.
Yeah, you can hold that.
I'd only get it to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds anyway. I heard the frame rate's really good on it.
Probably. I don't know. I probably play that on my PC with a mouse. Because I have that too. Man. And we have Danny here who's only played on Nintendo systems this year.
Oh,
God,
it's
poverty.
weird. It's weird. It's something that hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah. So one funny and cool thing happened with it is I was able to get the Japanese free games with gold on it somehow, even though I have an American Xbox Live Gold account, and that's never happened before, so that's cool.
Huh.
I like Power of X.
Yeah, I like getting shit tons of free games every month. That's pretty good.
So this is from, you got this from America? Like somebody sent it to you?
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to sell it in Japan, so I pre-ordered it in America. It turns out they did. Nobody knew about it.
They didn't tell anyone.
Right. But, you know, it's also the Project Scorpio edition. It's cool. I got a neat controller with it too.
Toasty.
Yeah.
Like the little candy canes were a cute touch in that picture you posted on Twitter.
Yeah. They were delicious.
That was nice of Bill Gates to throw those in.
I know, right? Call it money for short. So games I've been playing. Maybe you saw me playing Necrodancer on the stream earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a couple of playthroughs on different characters.
Was that on the Xbox X?
No, it was actually on the PC.
Okay.
Xbox X is for Ty's eyes only.
Yeah.
Not free.
Well, the PC has the DLC, and I don't believe the Xbox does yet. So I wanted to play the version with the DLC because I assume that'll be what's packed in on the Switch. So
right.
if you have the DLC, it adds another set of levels with new enemies, new items, stuff like that, new characters.
I was enjoying the music on that stream.
The music in the game is so good.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, like okay, so every level, every floor on that game has its own song, but it has several different remixes depending on which character you choose. Or you can just arbitrarily choose your soundtrack.
Oh, you mean like literally anything?
Oh yeah, on the PC you can import music.
Shit.
And does it like match the beat to whatever song you're playing?
I think you have to manually sync it. I haven't actually tried. I'll give that a try. Maybe I'll stream again and do like, I don't know, Killer Instinct mix or something.
Ghostbusters theme song.
Yeah.
Famicast theme song with like the short little sound bites that are like 30 seconds long on loop.
All right.
Actually, no, the Ghostbusters NES might work. The theme song from the NES game.
That's a traumatic experience in a cartridge.
Yeah, but good title music.
Yeah. Good entire game music. Right? It was like the same song, and it played through every scene, every level, every single part of the game. It was just the Ghostbusters theme on loop.
Wow. I'm going to have to research this and throw this in the episode.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Just the backing track for the entire
Fuck that game. I believe there's an angry video game nerd episode for Ghostbusters, and he nailed it. So check that out. What else?
Awesome.
Playing a little more Mantis Burn
Oh,
in
shit.
4K.
What?
annoying background music or sound effects that don't.
Yeah.
Does that game look any different in 4K? Genuinely asking.
Slightly sharper. I don't know.
Okay. Right.
I mean, it does support 4K. And no,
wow,
actually,
okay.
I haven't tried it on my One X. I just played a little more on the regular bone.
Okay.
You know, we played that. We had a stream. Our listeners can check that out. Plug it again. Yeah.
Right.
I very briefly played Mario Kart 8 on someone else's Switch.
Oh shit! How did you play that? Like TV or?
No, on the little poverty screen with the little tiny poverty controller.
And someone brought it into work.
Yeah. Well, not work, but yeah.
Right.
And, that game still sucks.
Oh man! So even with the changes in the item usage,
Yeah, I don't know.
you didn't notice that?
I did notice that. Actually, I noticed right away. It's just it still has that vertical split screen.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna
Yep.
get into that again.
Gross.
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
We need an award for that, like most tiresome argument of the year award.
In Ty's defense, I don't think we've talked about this since the game came out. So
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's still bad.
I think it came back when ARMS came out. It was like, yeah.
Well, that's why you just play online with ARMS.
Right.
No, in ARMS, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because, you're only looking at one guy. You don't really need a wide field of vision.
Yeah.
So it didn't sway you to Mario Kart 8 then?
No, actually, it probably turned me off of getting a Switch like even more than I was.
Oh man,
Like,
that's weird.
I also think the mini controllers are bad. I don't think they're good at all.
Hey, tell that to Cyrus and his fiance. They love it.
Cool
Yeah,
story.
I could use the GameCube controller for playing games. Nah, fuck that. Joy-Cons.
Nah.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think so.
Can you use the GameCube? Oh, you can use the GameCube.
Yeah, you can use it for
adapter, can't
anything.
you? Right.
Like, I have Brawl out now, and I've been like trying out the GameCube controllers and that, and it works fine.
Oh,
Well,
shit. Wow. That's a breaking news, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if I can use my Xbone controllers.
good luck.
The only way to play Smash.
I can use this fight stick right here. Can you see that shit?
Yes. We can
Yeah.
all see it.
My pile of fight sticks, my fraction of my collection of fight sticks.
Probably
Okay,
not.
Scattered around this desk.
yeah, they're just all over, like taking up space.
They're covering a hole in the wall.
Yeah, they're load-bearing fight sticks. All right, well, that's what I've been playing.
All right.
Besides, all the other games that aren't on Nintendo platforms.
All the games.
I play all the games every week.
I think I read somewhere that like it was something like 5,000 games came out on Steam alone this year.
Oh man, I just picked up the gross anime Humble Bundle again.
I think Ty's got like 4,000 of them.
Now, actually, I have way less Steam games than other people, I think. Let's see if it'll show me a number here.
I was just looking through my Steam library, and I realized I have both Resident Evil Revelations games. I accidentally
shit.
bought them a while back, I guess, in a Humble Bundle. Forgot about them.
Yeah, it's like this happens with Steam. You end up accidentally owning games. Like, just like, people give them out, or, you just snag them on Twitter, or you get a Humble Bundle, or like an extra perk for filling out a questionnaire or something. Like, here, have a fucking Steam game. I don't care.
Right then.
And then, like, you wonder yourself, I wonder if I have this game. And then, you look and you do.
Well, you do.
like, look at this shit. There's like games I've never heard of, and they're like here in my library. What the fuck? Cook serve delicious? Eats munchies, aversion. Hammer fight.
Come on, you're just ruining Game of the Year now.
Ink. Oh, you'll like this one. It's called Jamestown.
Yeah, I made it.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
God bless Steam Greenlight.
Right. There's actually nothing there. It's just an icon.
Sounds about right for a Steam game.
It's just like Flintstones for NES on an emulator.
Yep. I'm selling it for $60.
Good luck to you.
Anyway, I heard something about like awards or something on this show.
Yeah, people are like banging at the doors at this point. Like, come on. Let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to the FAMMIES 2017 edition. Here we go.
Epic Awards music. Start. So, good luck finding it.
Whatever you just listened to, it probably wasn't as epic as it should have been, but that's fine. Maybe.
The Famicast is Emmy and BAFTA award-winning guest on the last episode.
Yes, we won the BAFTA, Dad.
That's right.
Those two. So we have been debating privately about all sorts of different types of awards, all sorts of different things about awesome games that we played, some not so awesome games that we've played over this past year. It's been a pretty exciting new time here at the Famicast, and we're very happy to present the first annual FAMMIES, which we're going to go ahead and kick off right now with our first topic, our first award, rather. And James, what do we got, man?
Commute game of the year. So these are games that we're playing on the way to work, if we do that kind of thing, or school,
or thought about playing on the way to work, even
or
if
thought about, or playing at school, maybe, or at work. That counts. So the nominees we have are SteamWorld Dig 2, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Sun and Moon, and those were our nominations. And we also had a fan nomination. No, he also nominated Super Mario Odyssey, so there's nothing new there. Okay. So yeah, if you're listening and you think, oh, why didn't they choose this game? You can you can contact us any way that you want. You could add comments to the website. You could tweet at us, email us, whatever you want, and we'll get back to it. We'll revisit anything that we missed in January next year. So yeah, be sure to let us know. So yeah, let's hash it out. So I chose SteamWorld Dig 2. So this is my pitch for it. This is like, for me, it was like the ultimate commute game this year, because like you're not ever stuck in a place where you think, okay, what am I supposed to do next? There's always like, a pointer or thing that you're supposed to do, and it's very obvious. And even if you don't really know what you're doing, you can just dig and find stuff. It's always fun to just like, dig. So, and you're always finding stuff, unlocking stuff, killing stuff, finding stuff. So, and you can literally play a minute of this game, or like 10, 20, 15 minutes, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fun no matter how long you play it, which is why, I played, I think probably most of it on my commute. I played very little bit on my TV. I didn't feel like the need, because it looks really nice. I guess a big part of this award is like how good the game looks when you're playing it portably, right? Because like, do you prefer playing it like portably kind of thing? And it definitely was the case with SteamWorld Dig 2. This game looks like, it looks really good. Like, because I played the first one on the freaking 3DS, which is like, obviously a lot smaller and not as easy to see. So, but yeah, it's perfectly fits the Switch screen.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for me, this is one of the games that I haven't had a chance to get. But you mentioned the 3DS version of the original, and that's what I played. That was 4 years ago. Kind of hard to believe that. Wow. Yeah, 4 years ago, I talked about it on the show back then. I think with Don. I think he suggested it, and I picked it up, and I was playing on the OG 3DS too. So
wow,
that's
rip. Rip eyeballs.
Yeah, but I mean, man, that was so much fun. I really, really loved it. And what little bit I played of SteamWorld Dig 2 at TGS, I thought was freaking fantastic. And it's just something that it's just on the docket of things that I'm going to be picking up at some point. Hopefully, maybe over this Christmas break or something like that. That I'll have enough money to buy all these games that I want and then play.
Cyrus, you also
it looks absolutely.
Cyrus played it at the TGS, right?
Yeah, I played at TGS, and I really liked what I played. I was really shocked by how good it was, but it's definitely a game I don't think I'll ever actually get around to playing. But
it's a shame, because like I said, you can play it in like little bursts. You don't have to sit and put hours into it.
Yeah. So I think my what's the word? I don't know, categories for what I gave to commute the game of the year are a little different, because my commute is walking to work. So
right.
playing SteamWorld Dig 2 while I walk, I would die real quick. So
literally and in the game.
Yeah, so there's a lot of my game time that I play now. I only pick games that I can play kind of on the move. So SteamWorld Dig 2, it just never really quite made it onto my radar.
And so, Ty, you don't play games outside of the house?
Not really, no. Wow. Unless it's an arcade. then there you go.
Yeah, I don't think you're carrying any arcade cabinets behind you.
Not so
Unless you
much. You'd be surprised though.
So, so Cyrus, which one did you nominate?
So my nomination is a little bit old, but I guess still kind of works. But Pokemon Sun and Moon was my nomination.
Was that this year?
So did it come out this year? Ultra Sun and Moon are they're the same thing. So yeah, my nomination of a game that I haven't actually played is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon.
Brilliant. I think you bought Sun and Moon like 3 years ago, didn't you? And then you didn't play it for a good while.
I played like a little bit of it, and then it just kind of fell off the radar. I think it's because I got Animal Crossing from my girlfriend, and so the 3DS was gone. I never saw it again. But yeah, like Sun and Moon, it's just it's like a lot of these games, especially turn-based games like Pokemon. You can just play for a bit, close the lid, do about your business, and then when you're like on the move again, open the lid, continue playing. It's just like there's no urgency to do anything in Pokemon. You can just pause it and leave it for later at any moment.
What, so even in the middle of a battle?
Well, in the middle of a battle, just close the clamshell and you come back. It's a turn, so there's no like getting back into the groove of what's happening. It's like, oh yeah, shit, it's my turn. So
fair enough. Danny, which was your nomination?
I probably put up Breath of the Wild, and like I said, I don't really have a commute to work, but I was kind of in my mind. I was kind of thinking of this as like a
portable play or whatever.
What's that?
Like portably playing, maybe not like commuting, but like not on TV. Yeah. Maybe this could be like not on TV award.
Sure. Well, commute game just sounds better because Japan and all that type of stuff. But so when I'm commuting, to the kitchen, to the kitchen or to bed, while my wife is watching Netflix on my Wii U, I like to enjoy some games in handheld mode on my Switch. And Breath of the Wild was something that I really enjoyed the crap out of in both TV and in handheld. But I mean, it was just so amazing, especially having this game since the launch of the Switch, to be able to play something of this scale on the go. I mean, it was pretty amazing to be able to take down bosses and just just explore this really, really expansive world and do all of these crazy things that you usually would have to wait to have some time on TV to do.
Yeah, I was kind of the same thing. I think it's good for it's funny, isn't it? Because like I was traveling while playing Zelda, but in Zelda I was traveling in Zelda. Right. So like I was traveling on the train, but I was traveling on my horse. Mm-hmm. So like doing the traveling part works really well on like traveling, maybe doing a few little side things, and then but like the big kind of like the big temples or whatever, divine beasts, that's like you do that when you get home and you play it on the big screen. You watch the big cutscenes and you got the epic bosses and everything on the big screen, right? So
no, I totally agree. Because I mean, with stuff like that or something that's really action oriented, you kind of want that to be at least to the point where you're stationary, or you can do it on the TV. Because if you're actually like on a train and trying to do something like that, and like, oh shit, I got to transfer, something like that, that's gonna be a problem. I mean, yeah, sure, you can put it in sleep mode, but whenever you wake the system back up, you might just die, So
yeah, and I think I did try and do a few intense things on the go, and it didn't quite work. Like I felt a little bit frustrated with little knobbly sticks.
Sure.
I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this on the train. I'm like bumping into people on the side of me and stuff like that because I'm like really getting into it. I'm like, okay, I'll save this for when I get home. But
I mean,
it's easy to do that. So.
Yeah, with it being such a dense game, I mean, there's so much variety in like what you're doing. So like, I think James, you nailed it. I mean, some of the things that you're doing in the game are freaking fantastic to be doing on the go. Whereas at the same time, some of the other things you just don't want to do that.
Right, and then my second... Oh, Cyrus, did you want to add anything about Zelda?
So, like, framing this discussion of normal people on commutes, like on trains and stuff, I think definitely Breath of the Wild is probably the one that I've enjoyed most in that, because I played Breath of the Wild, like, I got my Switch when I did specifically so that I could use it on a flight going over to Italy and back.
Oh, there you go. That's a commute. of sorts.
So you like trains going into Tokyo and then waiting in the airport, then on the plane, then on various trains and buses in Italy. And like, you know, it's perfect for that because the game was definitely, it's weird because the game was designed for the Wii U initially, but it's so perfectly paced for commutes where like the shrines only take like 5-10 minutes each. Then it's like, you know, a 5-minute walk to somewhere where you will see another shrine, 5-minute play. It's like, it's just chunks of perfect 5 minutes, one after the other, until you get to a Divine Beast. And then that's, you're like, okay, sit down. I'm finished work for the day. I'm going to play a Divine Beast. And you go off, you do your 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes again.
Right.
It's like, it's a masterclass in the just one more thing gameplay design.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 5-minute tasks in that game, isn't there? Which is, like the shrines, like you said, the shrines themselves are these tiny little temples, you know, because like a temple in something like Twilight Princess is like 3.5 hours of your time, and you can't leave the TV, you can't save in the middle of it, you know, that's it. You know, you go in the temple, that's it, you're done for the night. That's
exactly how I played Twilight Princess.
You're not going to bed until you've done it. You're not going to bed till you defeat the boss, you know. So it's a commitment, isn't it? But with the shrine, it's like, oh, there's a shrine over there. Yeah, I'll just go over there. Boom, 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 done. Yeah, no problem. You could probably do another couple before you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I think you're convincing me now. Man, I thought SteamWorld Dig 2 was in the bag, but you actually swung me. So my other nomination was Super Mario Odyssey, which is obviously a lot more recent. And you know, similar reasons to like Zelda, you know, like except with instead of the shrines, it's, you know, it's the moons. Like you can easily just do a few moons on your commute. And again, there are some moons that you'd rather be doing on the TV, like, you know, like I said, you know, bosses and stuff like that, or certain kinds when you're exploring new areas for the first time. You probably want to experience the whole thing in, you know, on your TV, right, and soak it all in. But I think with Mario, like, because obviously controls are so vital, and I've only recently just perfected the what do you call it, the grab jump thing, mid-air jump thing that lets you like basically break the game.
Oh, the crazy parkour runs where you like throw and roll or something at the same time, or
yeah, like throw your cap out and then dive. Oh, so dive, that's it. Yeah, the cap dive, then dive cap thing. You know, I've now only just managed to nail that. I can nail it every single time now, which is like really helping in the latter part of the game. But I can't really do that portably. So like now I'm in the kind of the latter third of the game. I think I'm like 540 now or something like that. Like obviously the moons are getting a lot harder now, and I can't be dicking around on the little Joy-Cons anymore. So like for the first half of the game, I would say it is a great portable game. Just doing, you know, little moon tasks that are just nothing, you know, you just like, you know, talk to a guy or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't need to be on TV for that. But with the latter half, I'm tending to be, I need my pro controller kind of thing. So maybe Mario's not going to win this award for that reason.
yeah, I when I saw it on the list, I'm like, I can see where people are coming from, but I don't feel it. It's not even really in contention in my mind.
Having never played it, yes, your opinion is completely valid.
Exactly. Like when Zelda is on the list, it's very hard to make any other option valid because it's just that good.
Yep. So, are we going to draw a line in the sand? Is that it? Then Zelda wins this one?
Yeah, that I think
we're in agreement.
Fair.
There you go. So, winner of Commute Game of the Year is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
I'm sure that will be the only award it wins.
Yeah. I'll just add that to the notes there. Winner. So the second award we have for you is the Get Good Game of the Year. So these are games that made us get good, or at least wanted to try to get good. And we have several. Well, I think this is kind of like Ty's award, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Ty, could you read the nominees, please?
We have Tiny Barbarian,
That's mine.
Cinemora EX, if I pronounced that right.
Cinemora?
Cine, or not
Something like that. Right? I don't know.
Sine Wave EX. Death Squared. This is quickly turning into some kind of math lesson.
Right.
And then Crypt of the Necrodancer, which I didn't put there because it's not out on Switch yet.
Right.
Who's responsible for this?
Someone.
And Shovel Knight, which I did put on there.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess that can count as a new release because Treasure Trove was like a Switch exclusive for like 3 days or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We also have a nominee from a reader at Dinosaur, spelled interestingly. He nominates Zelda Breath of the Wild for Get Good Game of the Year.
That's fair. I saw some funny videos of people dying in embarrassing ways.
Oh man, I got the new the Ballad of the Champions DLC where you start the game with like a quarter health. I have had some good deaths.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the first Zelda that's not easy, I guess. So yeah, I'll start with mine. I put Tiny Barbarian on there because fuck that game, man, it doesn't let up. It's like,
it sounds like that's the hardest game on this list probably, but is that how we're determining the award?
I mean, well, I think, yeah, that's a good question actually. How are we going to determine this? I mean, it has to be hard, but it also has to like be good because it wants us to. We have to want to get good. If it's hard and a pile of shit, we're just going to throw it in the trash immediately, right?
Well, I think from
I'd like to determine this by the number of scrub quotes.
Okay.
I think everything that we have on this list is pretty well regarded. I mean, from what I know.
Yeah, I think so. Do you have any data for that, Ty? Do you have like? Can you just bring it up? Like, well, Tiny Barbarian has 6,000 scrub quotes.
I have some arbitrary selective memory if that works for you.
Sure, why not?
All right. Wow. Okay. So I would like to vote for Shovel Knight on this one.
Okay.
On the basis of I don't think Necrodancer counts yet, and
okay.
Shovel Knight had some really funny, embarrassing scrub quotes. A lot of them from Steam reviews. Like, you need pixel perfect jumps. Unresponsive, and it's like the exact opposite of truth.
Yeah, say what the hell are they playing? Are they playing like Windows 95 based like machine or something?
They're playing it with the Street Fighter 1 controller.
I think Super Meat Boy had very similar scrub codes, didn't they?
Oh yes, it did.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. So, well, Shovel Knight. I mean, I've only completed the regular story, and I mean, I enjoyed it, and yeah, I guess it did make me want to get good because I did die a lot, but I didn't ever give up, kind of thing. I was like, I said, a lot of swear words when playing the game. But I didn't ever say, fuck this game. I'm not going to finish it. This is bullshit.
Me too. I mean, dude, it's challenging, but it's fair. And if you suck, it's just a matter of just getting a little bit better. I don't think it's not anywhere near like possible. And I'm just talking about like the first initial thing here too.
Right. Yeah, I think I would put it like with Meat Boy. It was like I was tearing my hair out a lot of the times, but like I didn't ever want to just I didn't want to stop, kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, I could see that. I could see Shovel Knight doing well on this award. So with Tiny Barbarian, I got like maybe 5 worlds into it, there are a lot more worlds than I thought. Actually, it's quite a big game actually. Like, I don't know if this is like the Switch version was like okay, I think it's called Tiny Barbarian DX. So I'm assuming this was like a version with extra levels in or something like that. But like, I mean, initially it did make me want to get good, and there is a lot of bullshit, like, infinitely spawning enemies over death pits where you can't make a single mistake, or you're going to go all the way to the bottom or just die immediately.
So don't make a mistake.
Make a mistake. Yeah.
It's not hard. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not hard to realize that. It's hard to do that. And I did do that up to
Can
World
you say
5.
that a little louder into my other Twitter account?
But ultimately, I just stopped. I just didn't have the energy to go on, kind of thing. So I guess it can't win this, because ultimately I didn't get good enough to beat the game. I just went on to other games. And I think I saw a lot of people saying similar things, like, it's a good game, but like, I don't have time for this shit. So I guess that's scrub quote material, but there you go.
Sorry, what about seeing more of X?
Yeah, so I know this is like, I reviewed this for the site, so I think I'm the only one who's actually spent a lot of time with this game. And it's like, it's good, it's hard, but it's kind of designed to ease you into this kind of game. So I don't feel that it's a get good kind of game. It's exactly as difficult as you want it to be. So like if you play it on hard mode when you first start it up, you're going to be thrashed. If you're not good at these games, it'll just destroy you. You'll be demoralized. You won't be like, it won't make you feel like, man, if I'd done that a little bit better. It'd just be like, what the fuck just happened? But if you scale it down to play on easy mode, it's a cakewalk. Like, it adjusts its difficulty up and down as you play better or worse. So it never feels like it's a get good game. It just feels like, man, this is challenging to my skill level and no further. So,
but did it make you want to? Did you start on easy or hard?
I started on hard. I played through a bit, then I completed it on easy. Then I went back and completed it on hard. And
okay, so you did get good then.
I did, but I feel it's not in the same league as Shovel Knight or Zelda that's on this list. That those games are very hard, and you feel like you really have to earn getting good at them. I didn't get the same satisfaction playing Cinemora X of like, man, I got really good at this.
Okay.
Whereas Shovel Knight, I really felt like after a while you were doing all this cool stuff, and you're like, yeah, I was bad at this game at the start. Now I'm pretty cool at it.
Right on. So Danny, did you don't nominate Death Squared?
I did nominate it, and kind of the opposite of what Cyrus just said. I felt that's kind of what it was with Death Squared. It starts out relatively easy, and like with Death Squared, you're controlling like these two little robots, each with one of the joysticks at the same time, and you have to get to like a certain goal in the stage. At first it's pretty damn easy, and then you start getting further and further into the game, and it gets more and more complicated. It takes more and more time to try to do this. I mean, there's not really a lot of punishment for dying, but I mean, geez, I don't know, 500 times. Like, I'm not even kidding. I mean, it's really tough. And I think for the regular single player mode, there's like 80 stages. I made it to about 64 or 65 before I just call it quits. So
because isn't it like a multiplayer focused game? Like, it encourages like 4 players, right? That's why there's 4 robots.
Yeah, you can play up to that, but with the regular like campaign, there are just 2. So I mean, it really tries to encourage you to play with like another person. But if you don't have another person available, you do it by yourself, which is like, I mean, the puzzles are kind of hard to figure out anyway. But then to try to figure out the puzzles while at the same time controlling each individual little robot with each stick.
They move independently, right? Not
independently.
It's not like the cat game that I talked about at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, no. This is independent. It's
That's
tough.
hard.
But I mean, as opposed to like something like Shovel Knight, like like I said, I just got to a brick wall and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking done. Like, I just don't have the patience for this stuff anymore. But with Shovel Knight, I just kept on going because I was like, you know what? I mean, this is hard, but I can do this. You know. So,
okay. Well, I think we know the winner of this award. But Ty, did you want to say anything about Necrodancer? What could people look forward to next year with the Switch version?
Oh yeah.
How hard are we talking here?
Yeah, like it starts as like a kind of challenging game, and then it goes to like maybe something along the lines of playing DDR for half an hour without a single mistake.
oh,
Oh, you can't make a single. How many like lives or energy blocks do you have or whatever?
It depends on your character. You know, you just play like the initial character. You know, you get like 3 hearts. And then you can like expand that to 8 hearts, and they're like healing items and stuff, and that's cool. Or you get to a later character in the game where you die in 1 hit, or if you miss a single beat.
Wow.
So that's fun.
Okay, but you don't have to do that.
Oh no, wait. And then there's the other one where you also have to play the game in double time. If you miss a single beat, you die, and if you touch gold, you die.
Okay, let's just pretend that I don't want to do that. Does the game have enough content, or is it fun just doing the regular characters?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
It's sort of like a continuous path to get up to that point. Like it's like every single point of difficulty up until then. So you'll play this game a fucking lot if you feel so inclined.
You never know. It might get on the Commute Game of the Year award next year.
Yeah. Average round of Necrodancer, I would say, takes about 15 minutes.
oh wow. Okay.
Awesome. Well, that's a little preview of next year's awards anyway. So are we gonna, is Shovel Knight a given?
Yeah, I would say it has the funniest and most embarrassing script quotes, so that's my choice.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Yeah. Danny, Cyrus, we're all in agreement, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah, like I'm sure a lot of people are rolling their eyes listening to us going, Shovel Knight, that's not even hard. But
it's not that hard, but it does make people get good, because you have to do speed runs. Nobody has talked about that yet. If you want all of the fucking achievements or trophies or whatever the fucking Switch has.
Nothing.
Right. You got to do the speed runs too.
Yeah, that's what I like about that interpretation of this award of like, it's not that the game is just rock hard, it's that it expects you to literally get good at the game. It's, you know, it asks of you, which I think is a good award.
And honorary mention to Zelda, of course, which, you know, right from the get-go, you have to realize that this is not, you know, a regular Zelda game.
Not your mama's Zelda.
Right. You're going to die. I mean, I think I talked about that boss that just insta-killed me the first 8 times I walked in the room. And I go, okay, I have to rethink this. It's like...
Think about freaking Lionel's, man. I mean, Lionel Richie's just like beating the shit out of you the first time you meet him.
And like I'm used to like whenever I die in a Zelda, like any other Zelda, if I ever die, I'm like, what the fuck? I died? Like, and if I finish my playthrough and I've got like one death, I'm like, oh, what a fucking waste of my fucking 30 hours playing this game. and then like this game, like you die 15 to 20 times in the first 20 minutes of playing it. Like
the only time you die in Zelda games before this is when you've got the volume turned down and you don't hear the heart sound that was warning you that your energy is low. And then you die and you go, oh, right, yeah, I forgot to pick up a few hearts. Yeah, that's the only reason you die in the other Zelda games. So yeah, honorable mention to Zelda as well. Yeah. So here we go. Third award of the night we have is Disappointment of the Year. So yeah, this is hype get to hype niet. That's right. You're gonna love that. You're gonna love that. So yeah. Danny, why do you read out the nominations for this one?
Okay, so the nominations we have here are Morphite, Sonic Forces, lack of time to actually play.
That's not a game.
Player progression systems, video game awards. Also,
Wow.
special comment from our good buddy Russ Greeno. James Jones is my disappointment of the year.
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty harsh. Glad it wasn't me. Not yet.
He's a fan of our event. So we actually only have 2 games on this list.
Says who?
Well, I guess mine would. I'd have to. Whoever nominated lack of time to actually play anything. I'm assuming that's Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did have. Amazingly, did I have more time to play games than Cyrus? That seems weird. But seriously,
Probably. I have not played much games this year.
what's wrong with you? What are you doing with your life?
Working. It sucks. I'm an adult now. I'm wearing like a suit jacket and stuff.
No, that's just for the fammies.
Yeah.
All right. I just assumed with having, 2 full-time jobs, 2 kids, a wife, and all the rest of the stress, I would be the one with the least time to play anything. But I guess not.
Nope.
Okay. I stand corrected. Yeah, well, that's why I play games on the train.
That's why I play games while I walk, literally endangering
Right.
my life just to squeeze out some sweet, sweet gaming on my way to work.
For the betterment of the Famicast.
That's right. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's not really a disappointment. That's just more like I've just become to accept that as life now. It's not like at the beginning of the year, I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to play the shit out of all these games. And then, oh shit, I've got 2 kids. Oh, fuck. What a disappointment. I wasn't thinking like that. So,
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, even while it does seem like I self-proclaim myself to have the least time, 2 I think games aimed at me ended up on this list.
I was going to say, shouldn't we be talking to your fiance who, like, you actually calling her a disappointment now? Because she's taking all your time away from you?
No, it's the lack of time. I've filled
Disappointment
that
of the
time
year.
with happiness. It's the
Cyrus's fiance wins it. Let's put a name on the list. Okay.
So the 2 games segueing nicely into this is Morphight, which I got a review code for, and that game that had a weird hype cycle for me because it started off.
Me too.
I had no idea what that game was when the review code came across the desk.
Yeah, I was actually reluctant to give you the review code because I was also looking forward to it, and I thought,
okay.
No, Cyrus deserves a break because didn't you review something really shitty before that or something?
Oh, probably.
So I was like, oh yeah, it's this game looks cool. I was tweeting things like Metroid 4 can suck balls because more fights coming, baby. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, I played it like as soon as I booted it up. I'm like, oh, cool! This is like a Metroid game, and it's got a really cool art style. It's like this is way better than I was expecting it to be. And then I like tried to target the first animal I saw in the game because the game was all about scanning stuff, like the Metroid style scanning everything, and I could not target that insect to save my life. Like
It's also what's that game that you played a lot of, Danny, on PS4?
Oh, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's more like that, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, it's like a fusion of Metroid and that stuck together. Even the art style is quite similar.
Yeah.
But
well, I guess the scope was just too big for like a little indie studio, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe the disappointment comes from the fact that we expected more, but then we just kind of forgot that no, wait, there's only like 4 guys made this or something like that. Well, I don't know how many people made it, but
I think they actually realized their scope, like the scope of their vision was very large, and I think they actually hit all of their targets. But for some reason, the controls are just garbage, like really, really bad. That, like, for a game that is all about targeting things and scanning them, you can do exactly one of those things at a time and not both.
there's no patch that there's not been patches or anything.
There was talk of patches. I don't think I have ever seen a patch for Morphight appear on my Switch. And
Okay.
so it's like
You still got it installed?
I still have it installed. I don't to install anything. I want to see how many tiles I can fill up on that thing.
Well, you can archive the stuff. It'll still be on there. Like a picture.
Cheap. I've got a gig hard or a terabyte hard drive attached or whatever. No, that's my Wii U. That's never getting filled.
You have a gig. Good.
I've got several hundred gigs of SD card attached to it, so I'm going to...
Okay, and then Sonic Forces, you're actually looking forward to that? The game which advertises itself by a massive steaming pile of flaming garbage? Literally, not a joke.
Yeah, I am always soft for Sonic games. So this, like, I love Sonic Generations. This looked like it was going to be Sonic Generations 2. And then I played the demo at TGS. And it just, like, my expectations just crashed. So I haven't played it fully. Like, there's a very suspiciously Switch-sized or Switch game-sized package under my Christmas tree right now. So there could be a review for Sonic Forces coming next year.
Woo!
My excitement for this game went from like, oh cool, a good-looking Sonic game to like, hopefully it's not really, really bad.
I don't know. I can't really understand the Sonic game being on Disappointment of the Year. Because to me, it's like expecting a pile of shit and then getting a pile of diarrhea. It's like, oh, I wanted the shit. Oh, I only got diarrhea. You know.
It came like immediately after Sonic Mania, which is one of the best Sonic games ever made, if not the best 2D Sonic game. So
Again, tallest midget in the world, you know.
I actually had to literally clean up shit. I can tell you which one is a little bit easier to clean up.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Hey, don't hate.
And as an example of how my devotion to Sonic is, I got like Sonic 06, you know, the famously good Sonic game. That I completed that 100% trophies twice on 2 different Xbox accounts.
What is wrong with you?
What's the matter with you, man? So, Ty, I'm assuming multiplayer progression systems is you, because you talked about that like 56 times this year.
Yeah, it's like the #1 reason I don't own a Switch. Okay, do you remember how excited I was for Palkin, like after I played the location test for that?
Yes.
Really? I don't remember you being excited for it, but
I mean, okay. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the game a lot.
Okay.
And then they added some multiplayer progression bullshit, and then, like, you know, I did a 180. This game sucks dick. All right, and then the exact same thing happened with ARMS. Like, oh, I'm excited for ARMS. I think I'll buy a Switch and get ARMS and then play online all the time. And then they put in a multiplayer progression system. I'm like, wow, ARMS sucks. Switch sucks. I'm not getting it.
Seems fair.
Yeah. And I also ironically wrote down video game awards.
Not these ones, the ones by Dorito Man, right?
All of them.
Okay. There it is.
They're all wrong. But yeah. It's a problem I see with a lot of award shows. They're always wrong. To put it incredibly bluntly, but
well, you're involved with this one, Ty, so you know you can correct that.
Yeah, and I'm doing that. And a lot of, like, you know, Western ones that they'll ignore, like non-Western games or indie games or stuff like that for like various categories where they obviously should have won.
Ty, have you ever seen a Japanese awards for anything like music, movies, games, whatever?
No.
They basically everything's Japanese, and the winners just go by most sales.
Wow.
Literally like best album of the year. It's like AKB 48 volume 66 version 12, you know, because it sold the most copies by, you know, 2 guys who bought, you know, 10 million copies each to get that ticket.
Yeah, those are trash too. Thanks for reinforcing my point.
There you go. You're welcome.
So yeah, the only person that matters in the entire universe is me.
So the winner is
recognizing.
So disappointment of the year goes to Ty Shugit.
Damn it. Hornswoggled again.
Hey, you know, to echo on Ty's comments, I mean, I like ARMS. I like ARMS a lot. But when it comes to ranked play, I don't think there's any place to have optional arms for people. Everybody should have the same set of arms to play, to pick from. Just the same default 3 sets of arms.
The point is, just to be clear for people listening, this is like you can get higher versions, like stronger versions of stuff, which way outclass the basic ones. So like you have a clear advantage. Is that the problem, right?
You level up, you don't have fair fights online. It's fucking trash.
This is like Battlefront 2 as well, same kind of deal, right?
Right? Yeah. Right. Or, I played Battlefield, and I was excited to play that one with the cars and shit. Hardline. And I'm like, yeah, this is fun. And then all progression system, never play again.
All right. You got shot by a gold sniper rifle that somebody had spent $10 on, and you didn't like it.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they spend money or time on it. If it creates, unfair games, it's fucking trash.
So, Cyrus, am I right in thinking Splatoon is not in that category because things are balanced, right?
So that's the questionable thing. Is like when you play Splatoon, you do unlock new weapons as you level up. But everyone has access to the same leveled up weapons. So, and are the weapons more powerful? They are balanced as it goes up. So I think Splatoon is kind of okay.
Kind of. It's still not optimal.
Maybe not, because people who start the game at rank 1 or whatever, even if they have like amazingly high skill levels, they don't have access to equipment that has 3 stacks of boosters on it.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
yeah, and I mean, like even Doom 2016 had the same problem where, you don't start with all the weapons in multiplayer. You can get them like really fast, like in a day or two of playing, but it's still worse than just having all the weapons.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Cyrus. I was beating people 30 levels above me when I just started Splatoon 2.
Well, some people are bad at video games.
Yeah. Being able to beat someone, I don't think, is justification for it being unbalanced. That's just like, because then it makes the people who are very good even.
It's like saying the economy is fine because you can afford an apartment by splitting it with 12 people.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Jesus.
Americans, if you're listening, that's what you're supposed to do.
Amen.
Yo, I hear that shit all the time from fucking libertarians that work in food service. Don't be the video game version of that.
If you wanted to buy a Ferrari, you could.
Right? What if the child consents? It's a free market.
Anyway, I think we're drifting a little bit here.
We are.
So is Morfight going to take this?
I think so. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, I was hyped for Morfight, and then I read Cyrus's review and heard him talking about it, and I was very disappointed because I was looking forward to having some kind of Metroid type replacement, like 3D Metroid replacement, and then I quickly realized that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it is a shame. I think Morfight is probably the best choice here because it's not bad. That's the problem. There's a good game there. It's just they just stumbled in the stupidest of places. That like you were talking about like second or third year like college people's projects. Like when I was in college, we made first-person shooters as part of our projects, and they had controls you could aim at stuff. Why does this game not have that?
Should have hired you.
Like they've literally had good aiming systems in games since they invented aiming systems.
Well,
like how did they drop the ball on that?
We might have to make a vote then. It's either Morfight or multiplayer progression systems, isn't it?
Yeah. So I want to say progression systems. You can just call that ARMS if you want.
No, I think because it's kind of like topical, isn't it? I mean, outside of Nintendo,
it's highly topical. Oh boy!
I mean, outside of Nintendo, it is also topical, isn't it? So, okay. Well, I'm gonna stick with Morfight. Ty says multiplayer progression systems. Danny, Cyrus, are you sticking with Morfight or?
I guess I'm sticking with Morfight. I've made my peace with multiplayer progression systems being garbage. and I don't see them going away anytime soon.
Okay.
I do, actually. We'll get into that.
Danny, are you going to tie it up or are you going to knock it down?
Tie it up.
You know, I think I'm going to... hate to do this. Tie. I'm going to go with more fight.
Why?
And that's tie it up by going for more fight.
It can't be a disappointment if it's a game nobody's heard of.
Good point.
Well, let's like a special, what do you call it? Special mention to multiplayer projecting systems. Second place.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all, man.
And that's what I'm exactly the same. I hate multiplayer progression systems. They're what stopped me playing Pokken when that first came out. And
right.
But Morphight was so close to being good. So close.
And the one previous, I guess, Shovel Knight was the winner of Good Game of the Year. I guess Zelda was a runner-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't choose a runner-up for Commute Game of the Year. Breath of the Wild won it.
Hands down.
And then the runner-up, I guess, has to be SteamWorld or Mario. Or
we could just leave
Everybody wins.
Just leave it at that. Everybody wins. Everybody's runner-up.
Okay. Well, I think, Danny, you mentioned Odyssey as well, so let's put that second then.
Sure. I might have said I hated it. I think it's a piece of shit, but yeah, let's make it runner-up.
Okay.
I didn't say that.
So, disappointment of the year goes to Morphight. Please understand. Next one is kind of the opposite. The surprisingly good game of the year. This is a game you thought was going to be hot garbage, but it actually was surprised by. And the nominations we have are Ironcast, This Is the Police, and Mantis Burn Racing. And we also have some nominees from our listeners. Ryan Modolo nominates ARMS.
No.
So Dinosaur nominates Inversus Deluxe. And Mark Harrison nominates Fire Emblem Heroes. And Cyrus, you're going to have to remind me which one that is.
That's the one on the phone.
All right. Okay, we can delete that one then.
I've seen some people all about that.
It's not bad. It really isn't.
Yeah, it's actually quite good. I really enjoyed it, but I just kind of dropped off it.
Yeah, me too.
Once I finished the story mode, I'm like, eh.
Yes.
It has a gacha mechanic, right?
Yes.
That's how they gotcha.
So Ironcast is Cyrus. That's you, right?
That's me. This was another game I was given a review code for, and I saw it years ago and was like, "Oh, this looks cool. It's got steampunk. It's got mechs." And then it was like, "It's a match 3 game," and all of my interest just like bottomed out, crashed, burned. Never thought about it again. And then I was given a review code, and I was like, "Oh, yay! This is good." And I'm still playing it now. It's like, I fucking love this game.
Wow. When did your review go live for that? That was months ago.
That was the first review I ever wrote for the Famicast.
Back in September or something, wasn't it?
It was like, yeah, I wrote it in a hostel down. I was like cycling across this big, like 70-kilometer cycle, and I stopped in the hostel to write the review. But yeah, it was like during the summer sometime. But I've got like 20, 30, 40 hours on this game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just really, really good. It's like
okay, I got it here. It was on the wait a minute, August the 10th.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So this is like a game that I just pick up from time to time, and just because it's got a story mode that you can play through, and the story mode changes a little every time you play. You get a choice of 3 missions, and they kind of branch off. And so the game is never quite the same anytime you play it. And it's kind of like a roguelike that once you die, you're dead. You have to go back right to the start of the whole campaign again. And the campaign is only a few hours long, but it's just long enough to kind of make you want to do it again and again. So it's a weirdly addictive little game. And I can play it while I walk to work.
Wow. This is the police. That's you, Danny.
Yes. So I had really no expectations going into this other than some screenshots that I saw on the Japanese shop before it came out. And
yeah, I had no idea, but even when you got the review code, I still didn't know what it was.
yeah, I mean, I just remember just seeing it. This looked so weird, and I was like, okay, let's just give it a try. I don't think I even read a description like in English. I don't even like. I think I just looked at the screenshots in the Japanese eShop. I was like, this looks really fucking weird. Let's just give this a shot. You know, because we got a review code, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with this. I mean, again, you're in control of like the police force. You're the police chief, and you're making all sorts of decisions and basically trying to be like an efficient like police force. And it was, I mean, the first day I just really got into it. I mean, I played it for like, I don't know, 10 hours on the first day.
Jeez.
I just absolutely loved it. And then I started to get a little bit busier and couldn't spend 10 hours a day.
It's because it's funny, right? Is that why?
Yeah, there's a lot of really funny writing. There's a lot of really weird stuff that criminals get into. A lot of stuff about people being naked, stuff like that. It's just bizarre.
Yeah. This is the dildo game, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I guess that's this game's claimed credit.
Yes. I mean, the only, I mean, like I said, I was surprised because I had no expectations going into this. I mean, the only bad thing about it, I mean, I think the game's about 25 hours long, but once you get to about between 15 and 20, things start getting a little bit repetitive. The stories and like the funny stuff, that still remains pretty funny because all that stuff's, none of it's like recycled from what I can tell. It's all like new stuff every single time, but sometimes the gameplay in general, just like, you know, point and click management stuff, just gets kind of tiresome a little bit. But regardless, I mean, it's still fun overall.
Right on. And then Mantis Bun Racing. This is Ty and me. So yeah. Ty, you. Well, we had no idea, right? I mean,
right.
When they sent the information for the game, like, I don't believe they actually attached any screenshots for it.
Yeah.
So like, I literally sent you the code. Well, because we got the PC code first.
Like I had no idea what the game was until like I had installed it and started playing it. And like I said, when we had our discussion about it, like I thought, oh boy, this is going to be another super fucking boring generic racing game, and it was not. It was absolutely not. It was cool and good, and delightful. Delightful is the word I'm looking for. Mostly.
Yeah. It was good because I had the heads up from you because we got the PC code a lot earlier than the Switch code, so I guess it wasn't as much of a surprise for me because you'd already told me about it. So, but yeah, when I played it, I was like, oh yeah, shit, yeah, this is good. This is not at all what you would think from the title and from not knowing anything about.
What would you think from the title, really?
I really don't know. Is it some kind of? Did we ever find that out? By the way, is it like some kind of weird sponsorship, like Monster Energy drinks? Is it like Mantis Burn, some famous thing somewhere?
I don't think so. I don't know, man.
You know what I mean. You have these weird, like cross desert races with like some kind of weird name, don't you?
I suppose like so.
The Dakar Camel Rally or something like that. Sounds like something like that. Right?
Game.
Right. I just assumed it was something like that, some weird race thing that only happens in Saudi Arabia between the months of December and January. But yeah, much enjoyed, much surprised I was.
Yeah, and it was a nice little. It made me feel like a kid again playing a top-down racing game like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't think these games existed anymore. I mean, you do from time to time get these kind of like top-down races where you can see the whole track in one screen. Like I've seen like just very cheap like little $2 games. I've seen them on the Wii U and maybe on the Switch as well. I forgot what they're called, but like it's more complex than that. You know, it's got more depth than that.
Yeah, this feels like a full game, and
Right.
yeah, holy shit, crossplay.
Yeah, and it's not scale extras. Like a lot of those top-down games, which is what people might think this is. That where you control the car and you can see the whole track on screen at once. It's basically just like, hold down the accelerator and and you're good to go kind of thing. This is a proper racing game. It just happens to be from the top view kind of thing.
Right. You want to hit your lines,
right,
so to speak.
Exactly.
Get your sick drifts on.
This is going to be a hard one to call, isn't it? Because we haven't played each other's games.
Yeah.
I guess we just have to go from our own reactions, what we think, how we described it or whatever.
Yeah. I mean this is the police sounds extremely interesting to me, and I want to try it, but I'm going to go with the game I actually played.
I was going to say, like, even though I played it and I like it a lot, I mean, it does start to get a little bit kind of like almost like grindy with some of the gameplay stuff towards the end, and that was kind of annoying. I mean, but pretty much up until that point, and even when that was happening, I mean, still the story stuff was pretty funny. But so I'd say, yeah, I'd probably take it out of contention between these two.
Yeah, I watched some videos of This Is the Police, and it did look amusing, but like I don't think I could play a game like that.
It's a chill out type of game. It's
right.
not very taxing or anything like that. It's a super chill type of game, and that's cool.
So, I mean, Ironcast sounds interesting.
So with Ironcast, I fully acknowledge this game is not for everybody, but when I looked at Mantis Racing, like I love top-down racy games, and like I love playing with my housemates in local play, just sit around, joke around. So that game being fun was not surprising to me. That it was as fun as you think it is surprising. But with Ironcast, I genuinely went in with zero expectations, and I came out with like 30 hours of gameplay. So that's why I really like it. But if you were to play it, I don't guarantee you would think it is as good as I do.
Well, that's not what this award is it? It's more, it's judging the biggest gap between what we thought it was going to be and what it actually was. So we've got to somehow measure that gap.
Yeah.
So Cyrus's gap and our gap, how big were they, kind of thing.
Man,
I don't know. It sounds like Cyrus was starting from almost like a negative, and then came back with a positive.
Ironcast, I knew one of the artists that worked on them. I've been following for years, so I had like high expectations. Like, oh, cool, they're working on this game, and then it came out, and I was like, oh god, it looks terrible. Why did they waste their talent on this? And then I played it, and like, oh wait, it's actually good.
Wow, that was a wild ride.
Yeah.
Maybe Cyrus's gap is bigger than ours, because like we would just, I don't know, I'm talking with Ty now, but like we were just kind of like neutral. So it was like neutral to positive.
I was kind of negative.
Okay. Well, that's a given.
They're fucking generic.
That's a given.
Okay, so yeah. Well, I was neutral. Ty was negative. Okay. Well,
there were a few write-ins for this award too, weren't there?
Oh yeah, shit, we forgot about that. So with ARMS, I don't think I was surprised about ARMS. I mean, I guess like from like initially, like a long time ago when we first ever saw it. I don't know. I can't really remember how I felt about it.
I thought it looked awesome, and I ended up being super disappointed. So I think this guy nominated for the wrong goddamn category.
I actually ended up kind of liking the final product. I got a lot of it.
Danny, sorry, you crapped out. Maybe turn down your bandwidth and try again.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Ty on this one in that, like, I had a bit of a roller coaster where I saw it and I'm like, oh god, it's not Punch Out, it's Wii Boxing, but with higher graphics.
Right.
And then everyone, like, the more I saw, I'm like, oh, they're actually doing a good job of this. And then everyone was really hype about it, and I played one of the test punches, and then I'm like, man, this is just Wii Boxing. There's nothing to this game. So like I started low, went high, ended up really low again, and I'm just like.
Oh, you mean that was your final thought on the game? That it was a wee
My
boxy?
final thought was like, it just did not interest me at all.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, don't play with the motion controls.
I played it in every configuration of controls I could muster.
Yeah, James, I think you'd remember my initial reaction to this game.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was like, "Oh yeah, this looks like a fighting game," and then I told you to throw your opponent until he dies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you played this at the Nintendo demo station thing.
Yeah, that was almost a year ago.
I guess I was high. Yeah, I guess I was high on that. Maybe just because I trounced that guy, but like, it was. I mean, I don't know how I felt at that time. I was like interested, like visually. I thought it looked cool, but
yeah, it's a very pretty game.
I think at the time I said it looks cool, but like it's not something I would buy. And then ultimately I ended up buying it because it just looked like it's just such a fun kind of like, party game. And like something, it's because like, I don't know, maybe how I play it, or like, like for example, I let my son play it. Like it's very, like he can do the physical thing. If we're just like, like messing around playing, multiplayer together, he can really have fun, doing his kind of Power Rangers style moves. But like, in my own time, I can, use the Pro Controller and, and play it properly. And I can have fun as well. Yeah. So, what is this again?
Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good. I mean, no, it's not. For me, it's not that. I went from like mildly positive to very positive, and I'm still positive on it. So I don't think this is surprisingly good for me. The other nomination we had from So Dinosaur was Inverse Deluxe. I looked at this. It's a kind of like he calls it a stylish puzzle indie game. It did look very cool, actually. I guess he went into it thinking it was going to be garbage as well, and then was put a lot of hours into it. Yeah, we'll just have to take his word for that. I think we'll just give that a little mention. But
yeah, I've heard the name. I know nothing about that game.
This looks like one of the Xbox One games I get for $2 to pad my achievement points.
Okay.
Which means it could surprise us.
Hey, it's on Xbox One. So if I get it for $2 and try it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, if any of you listening have played Inverse Deluxe, tell us. Did it surprise you? Is it worth any of us playing?
Well, this guy and or gal just put it on my radar, so maybe I'll play it.
So which one takes it? Which one gets second place? Ironcast, Mantis Burn Racing. Cyrus, are you gonna stick with Ironcast?
I'm sticking with Ironcast. I'll cast my vote for that one. It's clad in iron.
Okay, well, I'm going to stick with Mantis Burn, I guess.
Because,
same. Yeah, I guess I was neutral / slightly negative just from the generic artwork that was in the email that the PR company sent. So, Danny, what about you? You've played neither of them, but like just from our reactions or what you've seen on the site or whatever.
Right. Well, any game that can turn Ty around from this basically being potentially hot garbage to something that actually he, genuinely enjoys, I'd say that's probably a pretty good sign of, this being a good.
I like the vote of confidence, Danny. It means a lot to me.
Okay, well, that's tipped it. So there we go. Mantis Burn Racing wins the Famicast surprisingly good game of the year, with Ironcast taking second place.
Yeah,
someday.
Get Mantis Burn Racing on every platform.
Play all together. Yay.
The PlayStation.
Oh, right, yes. It sounds like a joke. It's not. You seriously, you can't play crossplay on PlayStation. So the next game we have, the next award we have is a very Japan and Famicast specific one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's Tokyo Game Show Hype of the Year. So these are games that we played at Tokyo Game Show earlier this year. We all went there. And we're still hyped for it. So I guess this is games that are not out yet, or we haven't played it we haven't played the full version of it yet, but we will really want to next year or whatever when it comes out. So, which immediately might take one of these off the list. The list as it stands right now is Fight Night with a K, World to the West, Splasher, and The Takeover. And I believe Splasher is out.
Yes, came out the same day as Mario Odyssey.
Okay, so we'll have to immediately remove Splasher, unfortunately, because that's out.
And go to sleep.
Okay, so yeah. Fight Night. I guess Ty, you want to take that one?
Fuck yeah! Fight night! Fight night! Fight night!
Why are you still hyped for it?
Do
you dream about it every night?
To fight immediately, because I know I is dying for this.
Oh man, I mean, I love punching shit in video games. I don't know what to tell you. The recap what this game is, it's sort of like a dungeon maze kind of game. You move in to like square to square, like if you fucking navigate like a first person maze in an NES game. It's like that, but you interact with everything by punching it. That includes like NPCs that have things to tell you. And then
do they talk to you if you punch them?
Yeah, that's the only way they'll talk to you.
Okay.
Well, past the first line. Yeah, like you actually get a sword like right in the beginning of the game, and then it like shatters into your hands, and then you like fucking rip and tear the enemy apart. So,
I'm gutted I didn't play this. I didn't even see it at the show.
It's wild as fuck. Let me tell you, and it has this really crazy art style. I'm not sure how to explain it. Maybe like high res, low color palette.
Right.
Okay, like imagine like a Game Boy Color game at like 720 pixels.
Right.
High
def Game Boy Color maze game.
Yeah. So, just combine like Doom Guy Rip and Tear with Game Boy Color maze game. That doesn't even do it justice. It's wild.
World to the West, is that who nominated this one?
It was me, and honestly, this whole TGS was nothing that jumped out at me. I was really scraping the barrel to try and think of something that I'm excited.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because when I went back and looked at videos of this, I was like, seriously, this game?
Yeah, so this game, if I got a review code for it, I would happily play it. I don't think I'm going to buy it. So that's kind of, that was my entire TGS this year. That was like, man, all of this stuff is eh.
Yeah, you have to go digging deep in the indie games to find the hot stuff at TGS, at least this year.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the stuff that I did play that was, like, super fun was when I was spinning around that platform shooting girls in the panties.
Yo!
Oh, Galgun?
Yeah, but I think a lot of the fun from that game was because I was spinning around while I was playing it. I don't think I'll be doing that when I'm actually playing it.
Cyrus, damn you for inviting that into the Famicast mailbox. Because, like, holy shit, that PR email that we got about that. I mean, I think I tweeted some screenshots of it because, holy shit. Shooting girls with an orgasm gun.
Oh, man, it's like they really, it's just, you know, sometimes you just gotta just give up on something and just go full hog with an orgasm gun.
Right.
Yes.
And then the last one is The Takeover. Is this like the Final Fight?
Yeah. Yeah, Final Fight Streets of Rage flavored punch game.
Wow, it's like the second game that on this episode alone.
Yeah, that's like exclusively about punching things until they die.
No, I was talking about Cyrus's game. What was it? The Phantom Menace?
Breakers. See, I'm not the only one who can't remember the name.
Same game. Same thing in it.
Yep.
Sure, whatever.
So, Ty, why should we be hyped for The Takeover?
Well, let me tell you, like, outside the Famicast, you know, my other video gaming circles are like, my friends, they say, gosh, I wish there was like another Streets of Rage or a Final Fight game, like something old school. I wish there's something like that coming out. And I just, my head just immediately spins around, and I tell them, boy, have I got a game for you.
You say, shut up and sit down. I've got a game for you.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah, if you like Final Fight, Streets of Rage, you just like to punch people. It's a simple pleasure, really, where you just punch out lots of fucking guys.
It does look really nice.
And it feels good, which is important.
Really, I thought, I played it at TGS, and Ty, feel free to mock me if you want. It felt kind of a little, what the hell am I even looking for? It just felt a little off. Like, the controls felt a little bit floaty. I don't know if it's just because it was just the build. I think I was playing it actually on the Switch, like in handheld mode.
It's because you're bad at video games and you don't have a rich childhood filled with Final Fight to look back fondly upon.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think I commented at the time, like, wow, this game feels so much like Final Fight, and it looks like Streets of Rage, which is like perfect.
Yeah, they are different from fighting games, Danny. I mean, I know they kind of look like that, right?
I know.
I mean, very recently there was an interview with Nishitani, the guy that worked on Final Fight and Street Fighter, and he's working on the new game Fighting Lair. He talked a lot about Final Fight and how the game feels the way it does, where like just like little things about like how long the punches hang out, like how long they're active, and how many enemies they can tag at once, that sort of stuff. There's like a lot of really subtle stuff that goes into making the game feel good and play well that most people wouldn't really think about. And I think this game nails it from like the 20 minutes or so that I played.
Man, this is tough. It's obviously the Takeover or Fight Night.
Yeah.
Man, Ty, you're making it tough to actually choose between these two.
Right?
I think I'm more inclined to go for the Takeover.
Okay.
In terms of like what I would like. I mean, obviously I haven't played either of them, but like that's what I would most like to play, I guess, next year.
Yeah, it's hard to. I think it's hard to articulate what Fight Night really is. It's a highly unique game.
Yeah, Fight Night is definitely the most interesting of these two. Like, it looks really unique. It's got a cool art style. It's like, I love the bouncy weaving animations it's got.
Yeah, when you're actually fighting enemies, you're dodging and weaving all over.
Yeah, like, it looked really cool. They went for a really specific style and nailed it. But Takeover seems like a game I would enjoy to play more.
Yeah, let's go with that then. Danny, which one are you more inclined to play next year?
Something like the Takeover.
Okay. I was going to say Fight Night. Between the two of them, I had more
You
fun
shot yourself in the foot.
Fight Night.
Okay.
Yeah, don't care. I've said my piece, and, I'm the only one that's right, so...
Okay, so there we have. The winner is the Takeover, and with Fight Night taking second place.
I'm not disappointed, even though you're wrong.
Hey, you did it to yourself.
I regret nothing.
We didn't get any nominees for that, obviously, because I don't think many of our listeners actually went to Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, but there were some extremely good games I played that are not coming to Switch, or maybe coming to Switch with a bunch of question marks.
Okay, well, if any of our listeners know of any games that were at TGS or whatever, and they think we should look out for them, by all means, send them in.
By all means, talk to the hand.
Okay, I think this next one, the 6th award we have, I think this is Cyrus's one.
Well, we're talking about need to play more next year of the year.
That's right.
These are games that we all played a little bit of, but due to the aforementioned lack of time, we just did not play enough of. We want to come back to these ones.
That's right. So I thought it was good for you, that one.
Yeah. So
nominees.
The official nominees, we have ARMS. That's probably James and Danny put that one in.
Yep.
We've got Splatoon 2.
Yep.
We have Shovel Knight.
Woo!
And We have Samus Returns, a 3DS game. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
The what?
We have Brawlout,
Oh.
the new contender just released on Switch today at time of recording.
Very new. And then we have a listener nominee, Mark Harrison, nominated Rocket League. It's still very satisfying, he says. So, I mean, ARMS. I mean, I've only played like less than 5 hours of ARMS, and I just feel bad for that because I just want to play it more so much. But like when I'm thinking at nighttime, I'm thinking, okay, I want to play like an online game. I'll go for Splatoon. If I go for a single player game, then I want to go for Zelda or Mario. It's very hard to say no. Okay, I've just got to put some time into ARMS. So I'm currently not very good at ARMS. My rank is incredibly low, and I played a pathetic amount, both online and offline. And I want to rectify that next year. And maybe Danny will play with me. Who knows?
I'll beat your ass. That's fine.
There you go. So I got to learn somehow. And yeah, Splatoon 2 is the same deal. I mean, I've only just done like ranked, for fuck's sake. I've only just reached level 10. I've only played like a couple of ranked matches. I'm way behind the curve that I was on Splatoon 1, for example, which doesn't make any sense because like obviously that was a Wii U game and you couldn't play it anywhere. Well, I guess you can't play online anyway with Splatoon 2, but I haven't even completed the single player in Splatoon 2 yet.
Yeah, me too.
It's quite long. I mean,
I haven't even started it yet.
There's just so much to do. I mean, I think the mode I've put most time into Splatoon 2 is the Salmon Run, which like the unlock structure, like the leveling structure is completely separate, which is weird. But yeah, I need to put more time into it, definitely. And I mean, it's a game of the forever. It's never going to get old to me. I mean, for Jesus Christ, look at the t-shirt I'm wearing. Like, Splatoon is my game of the forever. So, but I just want to put more time into it next year.
Yeah.
So those were my two nominees anyway.
Sure.
Who nominated Shovel Knight?
Me.
Haven't you played this game enough?
No, I still have to get the speedrun achievement for Goofball. What's his name? And also there's the new DLC coming out next year.
Right.
Oh, true that.
So I want to wrap up all those achievements and then go ham on King of Cards.
Wow. Let's hope it's not a Joker in the pack. Let's hope it's an ace.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. That's on the list. It's not a game that I'm like, yeah, gotta play more of, but I have not played either of, like, I haven't played the Spectre Knight DLC yet, and I'm definitely gonna play King of Cards, so I will be playing more of it next year.
So with the amiibos. The triple amiibo pack. Is it triple on? At the four?
Well, it's too garbage. The Spectre Knight one looks cool, but that King Knight is just so shoddily made, I don't want any of them.
Man, you're so harsh on the Shovel Knight amiibos, aren't you?
Really bad.
Ty's already pre-ordered it.
Yeah, there's a certain quality threshold that they have not met.
Ty, have you seen the Shovel Knight amiibos?
Yeah. No thanks.
Okay. And that's a guy who loves Shovel Knight, so.
Yeah.
So, well, Danny, it must be you who nominated Samus Returns.
Yeah, I'm the only guy that played 3DS this year, apparently.
Oh shit! I didn't even check my 3DS play clock. I think it'd be 0 or near 0.
Yeah, I mean, it's with the Switch coming out. So many people have just kind of, which was kind of disappointing with such a good game like Samus Return coming out back in September. Controls are solid. I mean, it kind of just, it's like an evolved version of Metroid. And it just sucks that so many people missed out on it because they just don't want to turn on their 3DS to play. And I mean, even me, like after a certain point, like I think I was playing the crap out of it in September. And then come October, I went to America. And then after that, I just quit playing. I could have played it on the fucking plane. I didn't do that either. I mean,
this is all the evidence that Nintendo need that no one wants to play Metroid anymore.
No, it really is a fantastic game, and if any of you guys even like Metroid in the slightest and have a 3DS and you haven't played this at all, then I think you're an idiot. But you should probably give it a try. It's really great.
Oh, man. It is a damn shame that it's on 3DS though.
Yeah, I get it. I totally do, because I mean, it'd be a hell of a lot better looking, and it'd probably play exactly the same. But yeah, man, it'd be great if it came to the Switch, but right now it's just not a reality. So,
Right.
Yeah. If they released that game, ported it straight over, graphics just exactly as they are now, do you think it would sell well on the Switch?
I think so, because it's Switch, it's hot new stuff. I think people would overlook that. They'd just be like, "Hey, Metroid on Switch, hell yeah, I'm sold."
Right, there you go. Yeah. Okay. I was just actually trying to think what if I did play any 3DS games this year, because obviously I got my Switch a bit late. So I was like, what did I play the first half of the year? And I think it was actually Game Boy Advance games. I was playing like Zelda Minish Cap, and then I was mopping up the rest of my Wii U games that I hadn't finished and stuff like that.
I was kind of the same, James. I was playing like Ocarina of Time 3D. Even though I bought it when it first came out, I didn't finish it until like February of this year.
Shock horror.
Yeah, hey, I finished it.
I was playing Pokemon Sun and Moon like on my walk home like a couple of hours ago.
There it is.
And my like looking at the play history when I was totting up our end of year things, like my girlfriend has like 140 hours in Animal Crossing on the 3DS.
Yes.
So 3DS still getting plenty of use in my house.
Nice.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I'm not going to take 3DS or Wii U games into my Game of the Year nominations. Mm-hmm. So, have we decided... Oh, Brawl Out. Sorry, we haven't talked about Brawl Out.
Yeah, Brawl Out. I'm totally going to talk or play this more. Like,
yeah, me too. I mean, I want to play...
after we finish recording tonight.
Having played Zero, I want to play more than Zero next year.
Yeah, it's... like, from what I've played, it's cool. It's the devs really want to, like, try and build something with this game.
Yeah.
And they have this perfect window right now where there is no other Smash game on Switch, and everyone is dying for literally anything to play. So,
spoiler alert, in the January Direct, you know what's going to be announced?
Yes, that's what everyone is like, oh man, they got this game out just in time, because there's probably going to be Smash announcements in, like, a month. Super
Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch. All DLC and one new character.
I wonder, will they call it that?
Of course they will.
Yeah. Or will they go with the DX thing that they've been doing? Smash Brothers for Wii U DX.
No, I think that's why they put the word "for" in it. You know, because it's the fourth game, but it's also for whatever three different consoles. And then Rocket League. I mean, Danny, you played a lot of Rocket League. This is from our Mark Harrison's nomination. Danny didn't nominate it, but do you agree with Mark?
It's awesome. I play it. I try to.
You play a lot already, right?
Yeah, any time that I play the Switch, I pretty much play. That's the first thing I do, and then I'll play something else. It's great. It's fun. I mean, you can just pick it up and just play a couple of matches, and then like, oh, dinner's ready, time to eat. You know, something like that.
So, Danny, other than Samus Returns on the list that we have, what other game do you want to put more time into next year?
Probably Splatoon 2. Okay. It just kind of fell off the radar for me completely. Like I said, I want to do the single player stuff. I want to play more multiplayer. I want to do more Splatfest. I haven't caught up on any of that stuff lately. Seems kind of like
right back at you with the arms comment. I'll kick your ass on that if you want.
I deserve
it. So, Cyrus, your second choice after Brawl Out would be?
Probably Splatoon. I keep doing Splatoon periodically, and I love it. It's so good, but I'm not willing to put the time into like every time I play it, I have to relearn.
Uh-oh.
Dude, what?
Cyrus, we lost you then.
Oh, okay. So,
should we knock our bandwidth down to like very low, everyone? See if, oh no, Cyrus is gone now. I think he was crapping out, wasn't he?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh man, you guys look gross.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put it back up to low. I think it was probably Cyrus's router problem that he was talking about before the show.
Yeah, he should probably take it out of the microwave.
I think Cyrus said before he left us temporarily that he wants to put more time into Splatoon 2. So Ty, Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Any of these games on this list would you put time into? If it just landed on your lap with the console you needed to play on it?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably play a little more Brawl Out.
Okay.
Rocket League, if I had it, or if I pick it up on a sale, or just whenever it comes up on free to play weekends, like I always get in on that.
Okay, so that's maybe 3 for Splatoon 2, and then 2 for Brawl Out. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's call it then. Splatoon 2 wins the we need to play more next year of the year, with Brawl Out taking second place.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Looking forward to playing Brawl Out. It's so weird that it came out like literally the day of the awards or the day before the awards. Okay, so next one is a very negative award, so Ty probably wants to take this one. Number 7.
Oh, complete garbage of the year.
Right.
It's different from the disappointment of the year because these never had any expectations to start with.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Oh.
Right. What do we got? We got Troll and I, Monster Jam Crush It.
Oh yeah.
Cartoon Network Battle Crashers, and looks like a possibly joke nomination of eShop sales.
Right. Mark Harrison wrote in with that one. Wow, man, people are really bashing the eShop sales. So yeah.
Have you seen Steam sales? Or Xbox sales even? They're like extremely good.
Yeah, they need to get better at that. So Danny, Troll, and I mean, I think you had the first 1 out of 10 on the site was.
I think I gave it a 1.5 because the music.
Oh, sorry. Way better than I thought.
This game is a complete pile of fucking shit. Oh my god, visuals. The engine is just completely fucked. I mean, there's always some kind of constant jitter. Sometimes you fall through walls. I mean, there are things that happen that should never happen in a game that is not only a $50 game, just a game that's just released in general. It's this game is just completely fucking broken. Anything else that comes up, I don't see how it can be any more garbage than this. This is the worst game I've ever played in my life. It is just fucking.
Wow. Well, I don't think I could top that, actually. I mean, Monster Jam Crush It was my nomination, which I did give a 1 out of 10 to. I think this was mainly due to the sheer lack of content.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it was literally just like, I mean, I completed maybe 70-80% of the game on my commute home from work. It was just ridiculous. Like, it was like, hold down the A button, I run over a couple of cars and it says, mission complete. And I'm like, what? I don't even know what I did to complete the mission, 20,000 points. What did I do to get 20,000 points? I have no idea.
Can you recap how to play that game? Because it sounds like NBA Jam crossed with monster trucks from the title.
Exactly.
Which sounds pretty good to me.
It's weird.
Well, you take out the cartridge and you get in your car and you drive over it and you crush it. That's how you play it. No, that's how you should play it. Well, there's like a bunch of modes. Like there are some like third person kind of camera style angles where you can see your truck and you're running over stuff, or you going around a stadium but with very twitchy, stupid controls. Like you hold down the accelerator and you go 5,000 miles an hour immediately.
So this sounds like a game for 4-year-olds.
I guess, yeah. From the packaging, they're trying to go for like, you know, monster trucks. You can control monster trucks, but then you look at it and you play the game and it's like, oh shit, this is a game from like 1999 that somehow managed to end up on the Switch in 2017. Like I'm pretty sure Monster Truck Madness on the N64 has better graphics than this, and was an actual half competent game. This is not. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking. And similar to Troll and I, this is a full price, like $40, $50 game with, you know, 40 minutes of content and just shocking controls, shocking graphics, and just like, yeah. it's just an embarrassment that this even exists at retail at all. But, you know, yeah, absolutely shocking. And yeah, people are just trying to get away with murder on the Switch, and yeah, we shouldn't let them.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, we're just going to try and get Cyrus back in so he can defend the honor or dishonor of Cartoon Network Battle Crashes. Danny, can you? He says he can't rejoin.
I'm trying. I don't think there's anything wrong with this link.
Maybe give him the link again, or
I did
invite him again. Okay. So from what I can remember, Cyrus saying about it, I mean, this was like almost like a Flash game or something. He was saying, right? That somehow ended up on the Switch, and like had like one sound effect per character or something like that. Just like complete, you know, copy paste garbage kind of thing. And again, to complete the trifecta, a fully priced game, which, you know, shouldn't be more than, you know, a couple of dollars on a you know, an iPhone or something like that, but somehow is on a console.
Right.
So can anything beat Troll and I don't think it can.
I don't. I mean, as bad as some of this stuff can be, I mean, the Troll and I mean, you know, there really is. I don't know what the hell happened, because I think there's some good ideas here. It's just they just couldn't, or the publisher wouldn't let them do what they needed to do to make this game functional, which sucks, because it's kind of an interesting setting and like all that, but I don't know.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to call it then. Troll and I wins complete garbage of the year.
Yeah, I was going to say Troll and I myself, because my pal Jeff apparently worked on the game, and he was just on one of the fighting game Patreon podcasts. He gave me some guff about ragging on it really hard later, and I'm like, eh.
Oh, really? He's actually proud of it?
No, it was all in good fun.
Okay.
Like, hey, I mean, I even said I think there's some good ideas there. Just I don't know what the
good ideas. Okay.
Good music. I like it.
And with Cyrus not here to defend the dishonor of Battle Crashers, Monster Jam Crush It takes second place, because I think.
What is Battle Crushers? Is it like just a beat 'em up kind of game, or what?
Yeah, I think it's like a scrolling beat 'em up, but with like a license attached to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one. I think it had slightly more content than Monster Jam Crush It. That's why I'm going to give that second place. Okay, so next for the 8th award tonight, we have This Really Should Be on Switch of the Year. So these are games that are not currently on Switch. I don't think they've been announced, but come on, they really should be. Come on, get it on Switch, bitch.
I don't know. I think some of these games should absolutely not be on Switch.
Okay. Okay. Let's find out what Ty thinks.
Okay.
So we have Overwatch.
It should absolutely not be on Switch.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
No.
Hearthstone.
Okay, if you like that sort of thing.
Star Wars something.
Yeah, I love Star Wars Sex Parrot.
I guess some Star Wars game. Danganronpa.
Yeah, there we go.
and Persona 5?
I also nominated that one.
Okay. And then we have a few nominations from our listeners. Ryan Modolo says Resident Evil 4, but that's probably inevitable, so he's going to go and vote for Monster Hunter Double Cross, the English version, which, yeah, still doesn't exist. And D. Charlie JP on Twitter nominated Nier Automata. But then he admits his life is done if that happens. 24/7 Nier. And then Mark Harrison nominates another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 7. I don't know how that would work. Although he would also love to see Final Fantasy 14 on Switch. Not 15,
Yeah,
14. That's the online one. What the fuck? Okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't think Resident Evil 7 would work like a VR game, right?
No, it's not. Dude, it's not only VR. That's just one thing that you can do. If you have a VR unit, you don't need it to play at all.
I guess it would. It's just like a first-person game, right? Otherwise.
Yeah. They just have to tone it down.
Is that on everything apart from Switch?
No, well, Xbone, PS4.
Okay.
PC.
Okay. Well, Monster Hunter Double Cross, that's a good nomination for people who like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
if that's your kind of thing.
if that's your kind of thing. From this list, I didn't nominate. I don't think I nominated. Did I nominate anything? Maybe I nominated Grand Theft Auto 5.
I thought I did that. But...
Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't do anything for this one. But
Okay.
I would want Overwatch, and I want to know why Ty thinks it shouldn't be on Switch.
For Overwatch, you want a good controller and a good internet connection, and the Switch has neither.
Or by default, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
by default.
I was going to say
and like consider like when you're playing a game that's only online, like Overwatch.
Right.
That means there's 11 other people in the game, and they're probably going to have the default setup.
Oh, is Overwatch crossplay on everything to everything?
No,
they're all totally isolated.
Hey, sorry.
They're even balanced separately, which is kind of wacky.
So Xbone only plays with Xbone,
Right.
PS4 only with PS4, etc.,
Right.
etc. So what's wrong with like Switch only versus Switch?
That's fine, I guess, but I think you would get like the worst experience of all the platforms on the Switch.
Would they have to cut down the number of players, like make it 4v4 or 3v3 or something?
That would severely change the game, and I don't think that's viable at all.
Okay.
I'd say they wouldn't need to even then, but like I'd say it could function on any console. Like it would function the same on the Switch as it would on the Xbox. People would get used to the controllers. People would play on a Pro controller if they wanted to, but
people would play with Smart Glass.
So it's 6 versus 6, right?
Yeah, in the default mode, yes.
And Splatoon is 4 versus 4. So, man, yeah. I mean, it just looks like a Switch game. that's I guess that's my biggest argument.
Well, maybe you should play it.
I'm curious, like, why don't you think GTA 5 would work on Switch?
I'm
not talking about online. I'm talking about just GTA 5.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Online is a big component of it, but like, you would not get like as good an experience as you would on the other platforms.
Well, that's a given, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but I mean, the game was originally released on like PS3 and 360.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
Obviously, yeah, it's not gonna.
Sure, it'd be better than that, but I don't know. The game's already old at this point, and you would not be getting like as good an online experience. That's kind of the thing for me.
Okay.
I think what we've seen with some games coming to Switch is that modes are just taken out completely.
Yeah.
So it's like a slightly revised version, and then they take out one feature and then repackage it as the Switch version. Maybe they add a couple of extra levels in here and there or something. Yeah, that happened with Doom, didn't it?
Well, they didn't take out. Well, okay, they took out the stage editor thing.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, wholesale mode, clean.
I was gonna
cut
say,
out the game.
I was like, dude, multiplayer's still. Oh, that other mode's gone.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. Because I don't want to vote for something like Hearthstone, which I have freaking zero interest in. Or maybe Star Wars something.
Too, but I think it would be a good fit. Because, I mean, it's just a fucking versus card game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it works fine on mobile, and it work perfect on a big screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I mean...
I don't particularly like it. I have a buddy that's really into it. And
yeah,
I
wouldn't play that game in 100 years.
I used to be really big into Hearthstone, but never like on a pro level. I was always like mega casual.
Right.
But I just dropped off it after a while, as I do with all mobile games.
Yeah.
But I think Star Wars has some potential here. I mean,
Star Wars is a big category, even in video games.
Yeah,
it's almost like its own category of like, what kind of Star Wars game would you like on Switch?
Okay,
yeah,
I think
what I would talk like Star Wars Arcade, Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Masters of Terrascasi.
I mean, that's a given. What I think I was trying to get at, what I was trying to get at was back a couple of months ago, IGN had Julian Eggebrecht,
right,
from Factor 5.
Eggy Bread.
Eggy Bread. There we go. They made those, Rogue Squadron games and all that stuff, and they were great. And they had one that was ready to go on the Wii.
Right.
And it just never happened. But dude is totally willing in some capacity to try to get his basically completed game out on the Switch.
So it's like was it a Rogue Squadron trilogy or something?
Rogue Squadron trilogy, and then maybe some new stuff too.
Oh yeah, I would get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still kind of pie in the sky because it would take a lot to actually get something like this moving. But
yeah, but Danny, I think this award category is more like games that exist now, but then they should be converted to Switch, But that game doesn't actually exist yet in any capacity other than on a hard drive of Mr. Eggy Bread.
All right, well, let's just drop Star Wars altogether then.
Unless you want to, go for Battlefront 2 or something. But, wouldn't you rather play that on PS4?
Yeah. No, I'd like to play it handheld, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know what to choose. Persona 5? Who nominated Persona 5?
It was me.
Okay.
I also nominated that and Danganronpa here.
Okay.
So I think the Switch strikes me as a game that would be better suited towards games you can relax and play, more like a kind of a mystery visual novel kind of game would fit really well on the Switch. I think if and when I ever pick up a Switch, it'll probably be for Leighton and Wright.
Okay.
Yeah, so the way I think of Switch is like an extremely premium portable system, and I think Danganronpa and Persona are games I want to try. I want to give them a try, and I think the Switch would be the platform I would like to play them on.
Persona 5 does look very stylish. Is it? It's not like a Sony thing, is it? It's not like
Sega.
But
no,
Sony,
it's not like they've got a deal with Sony, have they?
Yeah, it might be some kind of. I don't know if Sony helped out with publishing or if it's some kind of limited exclusivity or what, but Sony's got a hand in it.
Because stranger things have happened. I mean, now Sony is publishing games on Switch, like Tiny Metal, for example. So, we actually literally got an email from Sony. That was so weird, telling us about Tiny Metal.
Yeah, are they not going to push another portable after the Vita?
The what?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, technically, Persona 5 is already on Switch. If you buy Sonic Forces, there's a Persona 5 costume you can wear with your avatar.
Please stop.
Next.
Go on.
It's basically the same experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hate to do this, but I would like to nominate the Catherine remake / special edition that's coming out.
Right.
Right? Yeah, they just announced it like yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'd be surprised if that doesn't. I mean, have they announced the platforms for that?
PlayStation 4 and Vita, so that seems like another Sony something.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though I played it on Xbox, whatever.
Me too.
I think,
and it's
that
super
sort of,
good.
yeah, that sort of game I think is a good fit for Switch.
I think I would nominate like a Resident Evil collection kind of thing. I think that kind of thing needs to. It probably will happen. Oh, maybe even a Street Fighter collection.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of coming. So maybe they're more like given. So I don't know. I have no fucking idea. You guys can talk this one out. I have no idea what should be on Switch next year. I'm kind of happy with what has been coming out, kind of thing. And there's already too many games to play that I like Doom, for example. Like I want to get Doom, but like when am I going to have time to buy and play that? You know, I've got so many other games to play. So
I don't know. I thought that Danganronpa sounds pretty cool. I was chatting with Rich, Famicast Fiend.
oh shit, yes. Oh man, we forgot to talk about Rich. Like, did we talk about meeting him?
No, we did not.
We should have mentioned that in like a now playing on the Famicast, or like a saying thanks or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, both me and Danny met Rich, a patron of the Famicast, and yeah, that's right. I was just trying to remember who was talking about that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it in my head too. I was like, who the hell?
Who was that guy?
Yeah, no, Rich. Crap.
Yeah, he really sold it. Yeah, he really sold it. He really liked it. Okay.
Sounds cool. It sounds like it'd be a perfect game to like play on something like the Switch. Although, isn't it available on Vita?
Yeah, I mean, I think Switch should just pillage all the Vita games since the Vita sucks.
I have a Vita it's sitting like over.
Okay.
Right, but I haven't touched it in like years. It's pretty ridiculous.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, like don't try to pillage games from like consoles that do stuff that the Switch doesn't. Just flip it. Take it from your rival portables.
There you go. Cyrus, are you cool with that? Danganronpa?
Yeah, I'm not opposed. I'd be more down with Catherine, but I could settle for Danganronpa.
Yeah.
So Danganronpa as a winner and then Catherine as a runner-up?
I'm down with that. I think that's the flavor of game that needs to be made manifest on Switch.
Okay, we're calling it now then. So this really should be on Switch of the Year. Goes to Danganronpa with Catherine as second place.
Cool.
Number 9. This is a very Switch focused one. This is a feature still missing from the Switch of the year. So it's well, it hasn't quite been a year, has it? It came out in March, so it's around 9 months
Still.
And these are system features that are still missing. Danny, what do we got?
So we have friend messaging.
It's fucking embarrassing, isn't it, when you say
this whole list is extremely embarrassing.
Next up, My Nintendo Switch Rewards, which has been stuck at coming soon.
Coming soon.
Oh man, it's terrible.
It's coming soon, Danny.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just on my Nintendo today, just burning some platinum points because they're about to expire. So I've got yet another 3DS like background desktop thing just to burn them because I'm going to lose them anyway. So it's like, might as well use these points.
Might as well buy a JPEG for my smartphone.
Yeah. Like it's so insulting. Like the gold coins are going to start like evaporating soon.
Right.
And the stuff they have on sale is like you can get the DLC for Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Okay, well let's save the discussion until all the nominees.
I'm so angry though.
Yeah. Danny, please continue.
Other two nominees: My Nintendo Achievements for real games, and
not mobile games.
Cloud saves for game saves and screenshots. Special mentions from people on Twitter. This is from Stepladder Games, Netflix. From Mark Harrison, he said no proper virtual console. So, what do we think about all this stuff?
Friend messaging is it's weird, isn't it? I mean, the friends list as it happens now, it's exactly the same as it's always been. It's like seeing your friend behind some bulletproof glass and he can't hear you or see you. And you're just like banging and saying like, I'm here, I'd like to play with you. And they just can't hear you. Oh, I guess it has to be mirrored glass as well because they can't see you either.
I don't know. I was kind of imagining like the dream sequence from Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Where she's screaming and no one's listening to her.
Yeah, exactly. That is pretty much, isn't it? Because like I've seen Cyrus like online, at the same time as me, and I'm on Splatoon 2, and
That's as far as it goes.
And it's like, oh, it's Cyrus is playing Splatoon 2, and I try and join him, and it's like, you cannot join this friend, or like, you can't play with him at this time. I'm like, and why not? It's like, it doesn't tell you anything.
Opposite side of that, I was playing Rocket League, and then Perry, the creator of our theme song and just all around good guy, like he just hopped on, and we were just like playing together. It's like got a request from Perry, but that's like all like within Rocket League,
right?
That's
got a good online.
Yeah,
it's an online system taken from other consoles. Right. So yeah, I mean, more detailed information about what people are playing and what they're doing. Like Cyrus is playing Splatoon 2 ranked, and would you like to join this game? Yes, within the friends list, and that needs to happen, right?
What's weird is that the Nintendo, like, it tells you what game you're playing. It is capable of showing what you are doing within the games.
Right.
Like, some games do it, but no, like, first-party Nintendo ones do.
I remember, was it Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS was like the first game, or one of the first games, which actually had join game. Like, you could, from your friends list, you could actually just join their game.
Yep.
And then, a short 25 minutes later, you'd be in the same game together. Like, the Switch doesn't even have that. I mean, the Wii U eventually had some of that. Like, I think Minecraft had it, and maybe Mario Kart 8, I can't remember. A bunch of other games had it, but not many games did it. And then, a game like Splatoon 2, which exists solely as an online game, doesn't have it. It's ridiculous. I guess that isn't part of these nominees. So I guess we should also have joining friends.
Joining friends. Yeah,
joining friends. Online games, online matches. That needs to be.
Sure. Because
I've missed loads of chances to play games with people. My Nintendo Switch rewards, that is ridiculous, because now we're getting to like in March, for example, March 2018, people who bought a Switch at launch and got gold coins for it, those gold coins will expire, and without being able to buy anything with it. You know what I mean? So like, people who've only bought a Switch, for example, they'll be like, oh great, I've got these gold coins, what shall I use it on? Wii U, I don't have a Wii U. 3D, I don't have a 3DS. It's
have a smartphone.
It's like Fire Emblem here. I don't play Fire Emblem Heroes. It's like, I want to get stuff for my Switch, and you can't. It's ridiculous. And then people like us who did have the previous systems, we don't want to waste our gold coins on past systems. It's like, well, I don't want to download new Wii U games. I'm done with the Wii U. Or I've got all those games on Wii U, which is probably more realistic.
That's the likely scenario, really.
30% off New Super Mario Brothers U. Oh, it's down to $25.99. Brilliant. Okay, I got it for $9.99 5 years ago. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I spent some of my gold coins expired. It was some other purchase, like it get me gold coins. They expired a few months ago, and the best thing I could see to spend them on was like 20% off Metroid Other M or something.
Oh, okay.
And which then expired. That voucher that I spent my coins on just expired by itself.
Oh, no, I've had that happen to me before too. I got some free games, and I totally forgot.
The best one I've seen is getting the Gunman Clive collection. Like, you can get the whole collection just using gold coins. You don't have to use any money. You don't have to use anything. And I was almost thinking about it. I think it was like 60 gold coins or something. It's quite a lot to buy this whatever $9.99 game on the Wii U. But it was just the fact that it was on the Wii U. I was like, I'm not going to play that. And it's two new games. Well, I've played Gunman Clive 1 on the 3DS, but do I really want to spend all those gold coins on one of these two games in the collection? Probably not. And which might come on Switch next year, probably will, So it's just fucking annoying. And the achievements, I guess this is all connected to My Nintendo, but the achievements, like, we have all the three, is it the Miitomo coins, the Mario coins, the Fire Emblem coins, and now we've got the Animal Crossing tickets coins or whatever. Yeah. I don't know why they keep segregating all these coins. It's just stupid.
It's really fucking stupid.
And the thing that they promised was that, like, achievements in games were going to be linked to, like, My Nintendo. What we all imagined, what I imagined, it was like playing Zelda, for example, Breath of the Wild, and then getting achievements in that, and then getting rewarded on My Nintendo. and then being able to get like discounts on actual physical games. Like, how cool would that be, where like your achievements actually give you currency to buy games or something like that, right? I thought that makes the most sense. That didn't happen.
You know, like how they kind of handle with the stuff with the smartphone stuff to buy
Yeah,
to buy stuff that would be something too, but you're getting nothing.
Well, yeah, you earn coins in Mario Run to spend in Mario Run or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is fair enough, but I don't want any of that. I want the platinum coins to unlock stuff in real games. You know, like Splatoon 2, like exclusive items in Splatoon 2 I can buy with platinum coins or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about too. That would be fucking awesome. Even just that.
Yeah, or maybe you get platinum coins by playing Splatoon 2. Like every time you level up, you get platinum coins, and then you can put those coins into buying stuff, you know.
It's just common sense, man. I don't see how this isn't registered with Nintendo. I really don't.
That's what they talked about. That's always what they promised. And
maybe they forgot.
And cloud saves?
Yeah, this next one's, I put it on here because I was just thinking about how convenient this is if you want to put your pictures up online and stuff like that, or just have access to this, particularly like screenshots and videos.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, yeah, you can upload stuff directly from the Switch, but it's a little bit less than ideal. It's a hell of a lot quicker than what this would have been on, you know, with Miiverse on Wii U or, heaven forbid, 3DS.
Well, since we started doing we mostly take our own screenshots for our reviews, don't we?
Yeah.
And I discovered I just ripped out my SD card while it was on. I wasn't playing a game. I had all my applications closed, but I just ripped it out, and it did not like that. Fucking hell. It's like a big error message, like, do not take your micro SD card out ever. And apparently you have to power down the system to take it out.
Oh, another pro tip to that. If you do power down the system, do not put it back on. Because I did that.
If you power down the system, don't put it back on?
For the purpose of taking out your SD card, if you power down the system and then put it in the dock just to like charge while you're screwing around with stuff on your SD card,
right?
It'll like turn the system on automatically, like when you pull it back out of the dock.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, anyways, then it's like, hey, you need to shut this shit down and put your SD card back in there.
Okay.
But anyways, it'd just be so much easier just to be able to have this stuff in the cloud. They already have this basically with the stuff you can do on Miiverse. So
they just released like an external SD card reader that you could save all of your. I think they designed some technology similar to that worked on the GameCube. They could just take all those out of storage.
Yes.
If only we had some sort of if there was some sort of podcast dedicated to that very topic.
I think I might have found it actually too. Sitting right
Just in time.
Just in time. Fucking week late. Damn it.
Save it for now playing. But yeah, I mean, I've got a micro SD like reader thing, like converts to like a regular size SD thing, and I could just slot it in my computer easily.
Yeah,
it's not that easy, is it? Yeah, but no, I think more than that though, more than the screenshots. I mean, I think, Danny, that's more like just because you need to access to your screenshots. I don't think most people need to do that.
I on Twitter too. Even like before I was doing stuff for that, it was just fun.
But I think cloud saves are crucial because with it being a portable system, you know, if you lose those saves, you know, that could be some serious shit. I mean, hopefully when like the paid system comes around, you know, they'll do that kind of thing, because they're not going to give you free storage, are they?
No, absolutely not. I'm not expecting that either.
They're going to expect you to pay for that kind of thing. I mean, they already have Pokemon. Is it called Pokemon Box?
Pokemon Bank. If they're paying,
Pokemon Bank. Yeah.
Fucking transfer Pokemon between games, your cloud saves are going to be out the ass.
Right. So I guess we have to nominate which is the most annoying out of this. I mean, Netflix, that's going to come next year. Don't worry about that. Stepladder games, don't worry about it. I mean, it's a political thing. They're just waiting. It'll come out soon enough. Virtual Console, that'll come with the new online system when it comes in. So don't worry about that.
I don't know. I'm worried. I mean, I thought Netflix was already on the system.
Hulu is in America.
Hulu.
And also Nico. Go go.
Fuck Hulu.
Danny loves Hulu.
Wow.
I do. Japanese
Cool
Hulu.
story.
Yeah, yeah, Hulu. I tried that for a month, and then didn't really like it because everything was in Japanese, and you can't do subtitles or dubs for certain things.
Well, something. Okay, fuck it, whatever.
So, what's the most annoying thing? I'm gonna say
Friend messaging for me.
friend messaging.
Joining friends.
Yeah.
Messaging.
Well,
Fuck it.
Messaging. Okay, I think the Switch rewards is a big thing because I'm racking up some coins these days, and there's literally nothing to spend them on, and it gets more annoying. I mean, it's been like this for like a good few years now, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't know who to blame. Well, it's NCL, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Ty, from outsider's perspective, which one of these is the most embarrassing?
I would say either Netflix or friend messaging.
Okay. Well, have we got 3 for friend messaging then?
Okay, just to try to push you in the right direction. Even if you could friend message, you still couldn't even join your friends playing a game anyway.
Gross.
So,
Can you invite friends? Turn that around?
some games have invite built into it.
Yeah, but they don't have messaging. I don't know. Messaging seems like a super basic thing.
right.
Right. At least some games can sort out like online matches on their own, I guess.
Oh, right. So you're thinking that messaging would include inviting, right? Because if you can invite someone, then that would solve everything, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right?
Like, hey, I want to play this game with you now. Are you game? And then you just click yes. Right.
Yeah.
Like, that shit has been there since the start of console online games. Like, the Xbox 360 had message and invite built in day one. What the fuck, Nintendo?
Well,
how is this a thing?
Maybe we can combine them then, like messaging and joining friends. Should we do that?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so merge them.
And then what? Let's call that as the winner. And then what would the second one be? Like the runner-up, would that be the my Nintendo Switch rewards or achievements or cloud saves?
I vote Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Okay. I really wouldn't worry about that. I mean,
Yeah,
they've already started talking about it. They're already talking about it.
I'm extremely worried that it wasn't on like from month one.
Well, they've said that they don't want like all those kind of like movie apps like cluttering up the system at the beginning. They just want people to focus on the games.
Yeah.
Cool story, but I still find that very disturbing.
Yeah.
And also, most people wouldn't really want to watch Netflix on the game console.
I would. I want to watch it on that slightly larger than a cell phone screen.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You're thinking portably.
Commuting console, like on the train, this is a cool screen to watch stuff on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like in my personal life, that's what I've been doing. I've been curling up in bed, and then I'll watch Netflix for like half an hour on my phone, and then fall asleep.
Okay. Well, I've got a tablet, so I don't really need to do that. But yeah, I feel you. So is that it then? Is Netflix going to take second place?
I'm still on the My Nintendo Rewards thing.
It's pretty annoying, isn't it? Danny, what say you? My Nintendo Rewards or Netflix for second place?
Yeah, My Nintendo Rewards.
Yep. I think so. Maybe Ty doesn't understand how annoying it is because he doesn't have any coins to not spend it on anything. How can we relay that feeling to Ty in a language that he would understand?
All your achievement points are gone.
No. It's like getting an achievement, but then you don't get any points for it. How would that feel?
Well, this is a rewards thing. It's like this is for buying games, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
But-
a cashback kind of thing.
Yeah, but you can also get it by playing mobile games, but they should be used.
That thing, that thing where you can download as many games as you want within the month. What's that called?
Oh, Game Pass?
Yeah, there's some reward system in that. If you play enough games, you get like credits back or something.
That's right.
Ooh.
It'd be like that, except they promise that like, hey, you sign up for this service, you'll get all of this like credit and stuff rewards. But just hang on a sec. We'll get to them. They'll come out eventually. And for months and months and months, and you're buying the service and you're buying into it, and they never fucking come.
Gross.
There's like a coming soon thing stamped up on the side of the screen for literally a year.
Coming soon. Okay, well, I think that's nailed it. So friend messaging and / joining friends online matches. Wins, quote unquote wins, loses. Feature still missing from the Switch of the year, with a close runner-up being My Nintendo Switch Rewards, still coming soon. Okay, so number 10, we have Indie Game of the Year, because we had to have at least one category where Zelda or Mario couldn't win. The nominees we have are SteamWorld Dig 2, Snipperclips, Death Squared, Ironcast, Thumper, and The Mummy Demastered. And the last two were nominated by our good friend John Cousins, Ego Otaku, who's written a bunch of reviews for us this year. And he was quite big on this.
Is Shovel Knight legal for this category?
I don't know. That game came out like 3 years ago at this point, didn't it?
Yeah, but it came out this year on Switch.
These are all new games, I believe. Well, Thumper, I'm not sure if it was that new on everything this year. I think it was.
Ironcast is hell old.
Okay, so we'll get rid of Ironcast then, just to be fair on Shovel Knight. So SteamWorld Dig 2, I mean, I've said a lot on that. I mean, it's pretty amazing for the game. I mean, it's whatever it is, it's $20 game, and it feels like it could easily be a full retail game, I think. This is one of the ones that you wouldn't feel embarrassed to see it retail, and I believe it is getting a retail release, isn't it? Like maybe that limited run thing, or
oh yeah, they are doing limited run games.
Yeah, and SteamWorld Heist, the first game to ever get a review on the Famicast.com, whereas the Wii U version is also getting a deluxe package on Switch, and y'all better be on buying that, because that's a hell of a game. It's a great game and it's going to be really good on the Switch, I think. Snipperclips is published by Nintendo, so not going to be valid. Okay, we can delete Snipperclips then.
Yeah, I'm finding it so hard to get people to play it with me.
I mean, I put Death Squared on here because I thought it was good, but I don't think it should be Indie Game of the Year.
Who's played Thumper? Has anyone played Thumper? I would expect Ty to have played that.
I like a game about that rabbit from Bambi.
Yes.
It was like rhythm violence is how they describe it, right?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought Ty would have played it.
So the ears perked up. Ty's like, oh, what's going on now?
There's like a music rhythm game, but it's just like attacking your senses and like making you want to kill yourself at the same time or something.
Nice.
This definitely Ty's kind of game.
Like you actually feel scared playing it. I think it was a VR game as well.
Yeah, I know
PS4?
it's like real sensory overload type game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it looks like an extremely metal version of God, what's that PC game everybody plays?
Right? No.
the PC game everyone plays.
The one where you can you
Halo.
just drop in an MP3 and you're on this track and you just touch the little squares as you race along this track.
Oh yeah,
Music.
yeah. Man, that's old school.
Yeah.
The kids are all playing it these days.
Yeah. It's like everyone has played this game, but I cannot remember the title for the life of me.
Back in college, that was good times.
I mean, it looks just like that. except kind of brutal.
Yeah, I'm not too pushed, honestly. It's probably pretty good. I'm sure it's good, but not on my radar.
Okay. So the other one?
The Mummy Demastered. I have heard a lot about this game being like way better than it has any right to be for a game like a tie-in for the fucking garbage movie with Tom Cruise in it.
It's nothing to do with that, is it?
It's the licensed game,
Oh, it is?
but it has like nothing to do with it.
Ah, okay.
Made by the Shantae people.
Right.
They fucking do tie-ins for everything. Way Forward or whatever they're called. They're pay the bills games.
Right. Okay. Well, John liked the Mummy Demastered and Thumper a lot, but he's not here to explain why. So maybe SteamWorld Dig 2 is going to win it by default, and as well it should be. It should do. And we'll talk to John and see which one comes second. Danny, you're not really that hot on Death Squared after all.
I just don't think it deserves that high a praise.
It's good. It's not winning any awards.
Yeah, I figure if we don't let SteamWorld Heist or SteamWorld Dig 2 win some sort of award, James will kill us all in our sleep.
Correct. So, so the default and deserved winner of Indie Game of the Year goes to SteamWorld Dig 2. Congratulations. There is no second place currently. But that's up to our lovely listeners and readers to help us out there. I have a feeling like Golf Story is going to get a lot of nominees, things like that, right?
Stardew, which I really want to play. Stardew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe we can like add more to that list next year when we've played more of these games.
Fuck. Good luck.
Well, Danny, this is all you. Our 11th award is Daniel Bivens presents Looks Good on a Shelf of the Year. Man, people have been anticipating this one.
Oh, yeah. So
over to you, Danny.
I wasn't quite sure if this should include stuff that's just been sitting on my shelf as of this year or like over a long period of time. So it's a bit of a mix of both. So right now, some of the nominations I have: Kirby and the Rainbow Curse for the Wii U, a game that I literally opened up and have never played. I don't think I can put it in the system. Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. That's one. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Hey, I did actually play this, but it's mainly sitting on the shelf. Dragon Quest XI on 3DS. That's sitting on the shelf. I played it for like 45 minutes. Seiken Densetsu Collection. Secret of Mana Collection came out on Switch this summer. I played for about 2 or 3 hours. Great job. And that does it for games. We're not counting Amiibo, right?
I don't know. This is your award.
We'll say no Amiibo, because that's just not fair. Because all my Amiibos sit on the shelf. They don't.
All the Amiibos. Well, no, I guess it has to be ones that you haven't opened at all.
Too many.
Oh, are you kidding me? How many have you got? You got like, I know you got the Splatoon triple set, right?
I have the Splatoon triple set. I got the Zelda 4-pack. I got a KK slider that I never opened for some reason. And
they're like 100 yen.
Well, I think I paid regular retail price at the time.
Good job.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We have Mark Harrison actually kind of predicted. He said, surely an Amiibo, right? Let's go with that cool Metroid one. Did you get a Metroid one?
Actually, he doesn't sit on my shelf. He sits right in front of my TV because I'm too lazy to bring him up to put him on my shelf. So that's why that's not there.
Did you just say he for Metroid?
I wasn't talking about Samus. I'm talking about the actual Metroid.
Okay, is that a he?
I could neither confirm nor deny that, but let's just say yes.
Man, that would be a beautiful throwback to a long running joke on the Famicast.
And then I knew what I was talking about, kind of.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Danny, which one is So are you gonna say? Are you doing it like which one looks the best on your shelf, or the one that you'd really rather be playing, or are you gonna try and play, or what?
I'm gonna do it like maybe something that I really want to play. That doesn't mean I will.
Okay.
It just means like, man, gee golly, it'd be nice if I tried this.
It looks so good on your shelf, you actually want to pick it up and actually put it into a gaming device.
I mean, God knows I picked them up. I just haven't put it in a system.
Okay, then.
Out of my list, I think the one that's kind of the most appealing out of this whole list is the Seiken Densetsu collection, the Secret of Mana collection.
Did you talk about that on 101?
It was maybe a little bit later.
102?
Back in maybe June or July. But I did play a little bit of the Game Boy, what the hell? Final Fantasy
Adventure?
But no, it was really fun, really cool. I wish I would have played more than 2 hours.
High praise.
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah, and then Secret of Mana's on there too, as well as Seiken Densetsu 3, basically Secret of Mana 2, all this shit that's gets
right.
But I mean, they look really fun. I remember
on your shelf.
Somebody that I talked to on Twitter had played through like at least the third one. He said it was really cool, and I just like to kind of get on that and just because God knows if this is ever going to be released outside of Japan. So like for me, it's kind of a toss up between this and Dragon Quest XI on 3DS.
That's tough because they're two RPGs in Japanese, so it's kind of like a hard sell, isn't it? It's like it's more like a kanji lesson.
Yeah, I mean the Switch has spoiled me from going from having Japan only systems where that's just the thing that you had to deal with to now shit, I can play games in English now. Cool. Enter lazy mode, it's great.
Right. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Daniel Bivens looks good on a shelf of the year award goes to
Seiken Densetsu collection.
And second place is
Dragon Quest XI.
Dragon Quest XI. There you go. You called it.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm disappointed the Amiibo didn't win, I'll be honest. Because they look damn good on a shelf.
They do. They do.
Okay. Oh, next one is my award. Yay. So mine is my Hypertroll Get of the Year. I'm going to start with some honorable mentions. I actually got a few suggestions from people as well. Mark Harrison, for example, he as you probably heard throughout this episode, he nominated a bunch of things for lots of awards. So for this one, he said it has to be the Bubsy Twitter feed for great self-trolling. And if you guys click that link I put in the agenda, it's the one where somebody made a picture of all the best like platformers of the year. And then Bubsy says, "Is there a second page?" This is from the official Bubsy account. It's amazing. So
this year has been like there's been some good Twitter accounts. Like even I think it was on Scrub Quotes or on one of Ty's pages. I think he posted a Scrub Quotes on his own feed, and it was like I said something about, oh, you got to stop talking about this kind of stuff or the ERCB police will come after you. And then like ESRB actually like replied to that tweet saying like, yeah, we're on like full call duty or something.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
Twitter.
Yeah, I have to be careful if I ever say Skynet or anything on Twitter because the Terminator is going to reply me.
Yeah.
Right. The next honorable mention goes to Mark McDonald of 84Play fame, friend of the show. So this is another Twitter one. So one of his friends, John Ricciardi, he posted a picture of this book that got published earlier this year called Game Boy Shit Game Ranking, Kusoge Ranking.
Right.
And then Mark tweeted to him, "Wow, a comprehensive catalog of every Game Boy game ever." So Mark famously hates the Game Boy a lot. The other one, honorable mention, goes to Adam man, I always forget his second name. He works for NWR.
Adam Nabanasser, I think is his last name.
Yes, that's the one. So James Jones, also of NWR, said that he likes what's it called, Mega Man Legends.
Yep.
And then Adam replied with, "That game convinced me that no one at Capcom has ever held a controller or played a 3D game, or maybe even moved in a 3D space in real life." So that was a nice sick burn there. And the last honorable mention I have goes to a YouTuber called James Ski. That's not me, I promise. And this is back in E3, actually. I lolled at this video for many times. He did this amazing supercut of all the E3 presentations, but just in the most trolling way ever, just like focusing on all the awkward moments of it, and just like, yeah, just absolutely fantastic. And if you want to watch it, well, I'll add a link to it in the article. But if you want to search for it on YouTube, it's called E3 2017 in a nutshell. And the YouTuber is James Ski, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Good. I'm probably going to watch this.
Yeah, it's really good. But my two actual ones. In second place, we have an article from pointandclickbait.com, which is a great trolley, fake news kind of, like Onion style website, but for video games. And this goes nicely with another stupid thing that happened earlier this year, and that is the Splatoon voice chat. Okay, so the headline was, "We put Nintendo's new homing pigeon chat solution for Splatoon 2 to the test." And basically the whole article is just like, trolling on the ridiculous headset that, Nintendo tried to sell to people, where you have to connect like 50,000 wires to, and your smartphone, and you switch all at the same time. It's fantastic, and I lolled a lot. And yeah, that's the second place. But the winner, by a long shot, actually is another E3 video. Now this goes to an official account of Devolver Digital, a publisher, which you may have heard of before. And this goes to the entire of their E3 press conference. And I hope at least one of you has watched it.
I flipped through it and I saw the guy with the severed arm.
Oh wait, yeah, this fucking madness where they were just making fun of all of these press conferences. I never watched.
Exactly. You have to watch it from start to finish. It's simply amazing. Just like professional level trolling of E3 and everything the E3 is.
Holy shit.
It is truly amazing. It starts off weird, it gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder until heads start exploding and the woman doing the press conference starts shooting into the crowd. It's absolutely amazing, and you have to watch it. In fact, in the video that I mentioned earlier, James Ski's 2017 and E3 2017 in a nutshell, he actually just couldn't take the piss out of it. He just copy and pasted the video as is. He's like, "Yep, I can't do anything with this video. This is all it is," That's how trolling it was. So yeah, that's my Hyper Troll get of the year. The Devolver Digital.
Yeah, I remember because I was in work when that was on, and I just had it, or I was somewhere I couldn't watch it, and it was just like my Twitter feed was just like what am I watching? Is this
is it real? Is this real life? Yeah. Yeah, and there was also things like after the event and stuff like that. They'd like, I can't remember what it was like, but where they had it like interfered with actual like E3 business, and they got into trouble and all sorts of stuff. And they just don't give a fuck, and I love it. So there we have it. So that's the end of the Famicast site awards in general. So now we're just going to quickly run through our personal top fives. Okay. So as is tradition on the Famicast, we do it by playtime, don't we? So which the Switch doesn't make it easy. Now they've kind of generic genericize the times to 10 hours or more, etc.
Yeah, it's really annoying the way it does that because, like, I have several games within the 20+ region.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've got two that are like equal, then I'm just gonna say, well, just choose the one that you liked more. You don't have to be that strict about it. Whatever your gut tells you, go for it. Are you ready? Who's got number 5 then?
Well,
Ty, what you got? Number 5.
Tekken 7.
What?
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I actually Microsoft usually sends out recaps of your time at the end of the year, and it's still like 10 days away. So this is my estimate. It's my guess.
Okay.
Do you want me to just go through the list?
Well, we'll go through everyone's number 5.
Okay.
Cyrus is number 5.
So my number 5 in my very carefully backwards.
Cyrus is number 1/5.
Yeah. So my lowest. This is one of the toss-ups. So I'm going to lean maybe that I think Ironcast was my 5th most played game this year.
Okay.
So it was somewhere in the 20+ hours. I'm guessing about 25.
Okay. And therefore, the 5th one that you enjoyed the most because you played it.
That's how we do this. This is Japanese style. It's based on our sales figures.
Exactly. Yeah. AKB48 is the best musician in the world. Danny?
My number 5 would be Super Mario Odyssey, 20 hours or more.
And counting, I imagine? Or are you done?
What?
Me?
Are you done with Odyssey, or is that number set to increase?
Oh, no. It can keep going up. I cleared the main story. It's just, I'm just kind of working on some moons and playing other games too. So.
Right on. My number 5 would be ARMS.
Wow, you put a decent amount of time into that.
No, there's a big gap between my 4 and 5. Like I said, I haven't played ARMS nowhere near enough than I want to. So Ty, would have been number 4 for you.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Wow, that wasn't this year, was it?
No, but I've been playing it a lot this year. I've been replaying it, trying to collect all the Pokemon and get all the S ranks.
All the Pokemon.
Yeah, you have to fucking catch animals in this game. I'm serious.
Wow.
How many hours do you think you put in, Ty?
100.
That's his number 4, which is probably bigger than all our number 1s combined.
Yeah.
Cyrus, your number 4?
So my number 4, or is it number 2, was Splatoon 2. So
which you just said.
Splatoon 2 and Ironcast, same tier on my list.
So which one is last then? 5th is Ironcast, and then Splatoon
5th is Ironcast, then Splatoon 2.
Is number 4. Okay, got it. Danny, your number 4?
Yeah, ARMS, 20 hours or more.
Oh, wow, you put a lot of time into ARMS.
Yeah,
That's all online.
Probably closer to 25.
Okay, cool. My number 4 is SteamWorld Dig 2. Only 15 hours or more, which shows that you guys play a lot more games than I do, or more like you play for longer than I do. But yeah, obviously a lot of time into that for me, and yeah, loving it. I haven't played it for a long time though. Once I pretty much completed everything in the game, so I guess that 15 hours is all you need to do everything in the game. Unless you want to restart, which I might do one day. It's a game that it's easy to do that kind of thing. So we're up to number 3 now, Ty.
Overwatch.
A game you don't like?
Right. I pray for death.
Actually,
I love it.
I completely forgot about Overwatch. Man, I don't even know how many hours I put in that one. But I kind of trailed off on Overwatch this year, so maybe not too much.
Yeah, there's like a weekly loot box roundup in that game, So I do that
Okay.
because I like getting little collectible costumes for my dumb fucking characters.
Loot boxes, eh? Topical.
Yeah, yeah. At least it doesn't, you don't get weapons that are better. The game is always fair.
If
Purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I heard, like the one Reaper costume, like it has more subtle voice lines, so people can't hear you teleporting. But I think they fixed that.
If you wear the Santa hat, you're 2,000% more damage.
Yeah. And besides, I'm always mashing like the voice line button. I'll let you know when I get banned for that.
Okay.
I'll see you in hell.
Cyrus, number 3.
So my number 3, potentially Overwatch, but since I forgot to put that on the list, let's ignore it, is Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice.
3DS?
Yeah, 3DS game.
Mixing it up.
So this was 31 hours it took me to clear this. And if you have not played it and you like Phoenix Wright games, go goddamn play it. It is fantastic.
Ty? I think that was aimed at you.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna catch up soon as I mod my other 3DS.
Okay. Brilliant. Danny, your number 3?
Rocket League on Switch, 25 hours or more.
Man, you're not fucking around with that game. That's like only just come out.
Wow, 25 hours.
Yeah.
Man, that was insulting.
That's cute.
Ty's played a demo of a game more longer than that.
Yeah.
So you're loving it, and you're going to play more next year.
Oh, yeah.
No sign of slowing down.
Nope. Well, for the time being.
Okay. Why you might convince me to buy it?
Yeah, and by the time you get it, I'll probably be done playing it, man.
What an asshole! Oh, I think it's on sale actually at the moment. It's like
it's down $15 or something, or
what's now 11 squids or something on the UK one. My number 3 is Splatoon 2, which is 15 hours or more. Again, it was on my need to play more next year of the year. And there you go, and I do. And I'm so glad I've got the digital download of this game now. Oh, yeah. Not the game, not the physical one. Because that's what slowed me down with Mario Maker and Splatoon 1. I wanted to play those games both in the same night, but I just couldn't be asked to take the disc out each time. So it was usually like a week of one and a week of the other, So we're back to Ty, who's number 2 now.
Yeah. Crypt of the Necro Dancer.
I was wondering if that was going to be 1 or 2.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. This game is extremely good. It's very... it's addictive, but you're also compelled just to play more when you die, because all you have to do is hit A and you start again instantly. Like, pop.
As all games.
So like Meat Boy style, where it's just like no downtime.
Right.
Right on.
Except, your playthroughs are like 15 minutes or something. And everything's random, so there's a bit of luck involved too. So you think, oh, I can do it this time. Attempt number 480.
Oh, shit.
So the time just kind of flies by when you're playing this game. Also, it's extremely fucking good.
Nice. Cyrus, you're number 2?
So my number 2 or /4 is Pokemon Moon, which is currently at 58. I think it's probably about 62 by now since I last made this list.
Okay. All right, so you're still putting time into it right now.
Yeah, I just finished the Elite Four. I'm mopping up the end game quests.
Cool. Another 3DS game.
Yeah, what the heck?
Danny?
Yeah, Splatoon 2, 30 hours or more.
Wow, my man.
And that's like
wow.
Online.
Only online. Oh, right, yeah, you said you haven't put anything into single player, right?
Mainly Turf War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd say most of my Splatoon time was from single player.
Which you hated, right?
Yeah, it's really bad.
So, Danny, are you like, what rank are you now? Like, what level?
Shit, it's been months. I think I was like 22.
Oh, okay.
Either 2 or like 19. I don't remember.
Have you passed your Splatoon 1 rank yet?
About the same.
Okay. Did you have physical or download on Wii U?
Download for that.
Oh, okay. So you got no excuse. I'm hoping that I got to like 37 on Splatoon 1, and I'm hoping to pass that. Wow, I better do. Oh yeah, so my number 2 is Super Mario Odyssey, and I put 30 hours or more into that, and I'm still not done with it. So yeah, that's going to go up. I don't know how many hours more. That's a good question. I mean, it slows down, obviously. Things are getting harder now, but yeah. I don't know. It might get up to 50 to get the full set of moons. Who knows? So now we're up to Ty's number 1.
Oh yeah, like it's a big fucking mystery.
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
No, it's Killer Instinct.
Wow, brand new 2017 game, Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, it came out on Steam this year.
Okay.
Ty, how many hours, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't.
You can't measure it in hours, Danny. You have to measure it in weeks or months.
Weird.
I think when you asked me last year, I was like well into like the 4 digits.
Yeah, it was
4,000 hours.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This game is extremely fucking good, and everyone should play it all the time.
If it was on a Nintendo system, like the game clock would probably just say, "Please stop. It's bad
What
for
are
you."
you talking about? Killer Instinct on a Nintendo system? Get out of here.
Never happened. I'm 12, and what is this? I do have some quick shout-outs for other games, though, if that's all right.
Ooh.
That may be in the top 5 because I misestimated them.
Okay.
I got Cuphead. Fuck yeah, Cuphead. Played that a lot. Fallout 4. Played that a lot. I actually cleared like the base game a long time ago, but like this year I started playing like the DLC bits.
Would that be a good Switch fit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's basically Skyrim with guns.
Is it the same engine?
Yeah.
Okay, so that probably could then.
Yeah, hell, it might.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we'll see if it shows up next year. I'll say I told you so.
Okay.
Related. Doom again.
Mm.
Like, I played it on PC when it came out, cleared like all the difficulty levels and that stuff. I got it on Xbox for a few bucks, and I was working on getting all the achievements on that.
Nice. Is it still called Ultra Violence, the most difficult mode?
Well, no, the Nightmare is the hardest one.
Nightmare. Okay. And then Ultra Violence after that. Before
Yes.
that. Nice.
That's right. And also Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
A game you hate.
I don't hate it. I like it, but I'm unenthusiastic about it.
I like how there's like 2 games in your top games where you're like, meh. 100 hours, meh.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's an interesting lifestyle I lead. Let me tell you about the free to play games I got all the achievements in.
Please don't.
No, I won't.
Cyrus's number 1, 2017.
My number 1, I have a feeling, will not be too surprising to everyone else in this list.
Pokemon Sun and no.
Yeah, I did it twice. 50 hours my first playthrough. And no, my number 1 is Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is currently 80 plus hours and probably another 20, 30 at least with the DLC. So
that's impressive in just like 9 months.
Yeah, it's man, most of that 80 hours is like in the first couple of weeks.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, this game is just too goddamn good. It is unrealistically good. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, it is almost one of those things like someone at Nintendo got a time machine and then figured out what happened in like the future and then came back and told people secrets. It is weird. How did they learn how to do this?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's flat out ridiculous how good this game is.
They've never made an open world game before. Why do they know how to do this? You know what I mean? Danny?
Yeah, no big surprise for me either. Same. Breath of the Wild, 100 hours plus.
Oh, wow. 100 hours. You win.
Yeah.
/ lose.
Not really, but...
And Danny reviewed it for the site and gave it, strangely, only a 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Sure.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I might as well just keep it rolling then, because my number one is also Breath of the Wild, a whole 50 hours, which for me is a lot. Because I've had the Switch and Zelda a lot less than you guys, and yeah, just thanks to being able to take it on the train, I can put that much time into it. If it was a home only game, you could probably easily halve that number. So yeah, thanks to the Switch. This game is obscenely good, and no end in sight. That's the weird thing. There's no end in sight. Like, there's so much I haven't seen and done, and I don't even know what to do with myself with this game. Even now, there's just still an obscene amount of stuff to do, and then they just drop DLC. This is not even thinking about DLC. This is just the main game itself. It's just, yeah. It's going to be hard to see what's going to topple this for, like, game of whatever we call this decade. What's the decade called now? 2010s? Tennies? Sure. The 2010s? Whatever that is.
Fammies. Everything's a Fammies from now on.
There you go. The 2000 Fammies. It's hard to know what could beat it. That's all I'm going to say. And even if like Mario and Zelda were equal in terms of time, I would still choose Breath of the Wild as my number one. I thought about this for a long time, and yeah, I mean, there was some debate when Mario first came out, and we're all excited about it. I was like, oh my god, this is going to be better than Zelda. But deep down, we all know Zelda is the best game of the year, and anyone who hasn't played it is complete human garbage and should be killed immediately.
Now you're thinking like me. I like it.
That's the only way I can get tired of even think about playing it.
Yeah, I will mention with a caveat that while Zelda was the top of my list, I have been playing like Skullgirls Mobile.
No, you ruined it.
It is probably like I've been playing that for most of my walks to and from work, which were like an hour each way.
Fammies ruined.
Yeah, almost for like 6 months, 2 hours a day for 6 months. It's probably pretty big.
That's like everyone's ready to get home. They're sweeping the stage, they're clearing off the confetti off the stage, and then someone just stands up and takes a piss on the table. Yeah. And we're like, oh, Cyrus, fucking hell, mate. I got some in my champagne glass.
What is he still doing there? Whoever is still sitting around drinking champagne while everyone's sweeping up deserves to get pee in their cup.
Skullgirls, now available on mobile. Okay.
Well, we did have Mark Harrison.
Sorry. Yes, Mark. I almost forgot Mark. So Mark is Mario Kart 8 DX, Splatoon 2, Rocket League, Mario Odyssey, and Breath of the Wild.
Shocker, Breath of the Wild at the top of another list.
Yeah, quite similar. Well, Mario Kart 8 is the only new one in that thing. So briefly, this is not an award. The awards are done. People are going home already. Don't drink and drive. What are we looking forward to? What are we looking forward to next year?
Oh, so many games.
I'm looking forward to playing Brawlout, and if it comes out next year, I think it is, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes sequel. I really like No More Heroes 2. On that was on the Wii, wasn't it? Yeah. That wasn't even Wii U. That was Wii. That had some fucking amazing like retro games in that, like faux retro games in that. And they kind of fixed all the kind of open world bullshit. They just kind of streamlined it and like just focused on like the bosses and these kind of cool new mini games. And I really liked it. And if they're going to do these collaborations with all these like indie developers and stuff, and it sounds really interesting. I'm looking forward to it because we really haven't seen anything of it. Danny?
Yeah, I did not. No. I want to talk about these stupid games.
I just added it because you didn't add anything.
Yeah. No, I mean, Mega Man 11 looks pretty cool. Kind of looking forward to seeing how that's going to shape up. Project Octopath Traveler looks pretty neat. I should probably play the demo that I have on my Switch.
Oh, right, yeah. It's a free demo.
Yes. Yeah.
Sai?
So I think it's not even on this list of games because I forgot about it. But definitely Indivisible, which is on this list. I'm fucking dying for that game. And but I have still not played the early access beta, which I have also sitting on my PC. And I'm looking forward to Pokemon, whatever new Switch Pokemon is coming out. Did they
That's
say
not next year, is it? That'll be at least 2019.
I can't remember if they said it was 2018 with the new Pokemon.
I don't think they had a date with it.
There was a guy at a desk going like, "Shit, we're supposed to be working on a Pokemon game."
Yeah.
That's all we have, so I don't think so.
Hopefully, if there's a Pokemon game, I'm looking forward to it. If not, I'm still looking forward to it.
Okay. Think Sakurai finding out that he had to make a new Smash Brothers game. That's kind of where we're at with the Pokemon on Switch.
Didn't that actually happen though?
Where they pulled him in with one of those fucking hooks that they get people off stage with, and just like, hey, you're making a Smash game now.
Yeah, like they announced Smash before they even like conferred with him.
Yeah.
That was a true story.
Smash game.
Whatever he was drinking got spat out.
That fucking piss champagne from earlier.
Yeah, you're saying it's Cyrus of Champagne.
Okay. Ty, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, lads, so many games. Dragon Ball Z Fighters. That's in January. State of Decay 2. Far Cry 5. The game about my hometown. I've never played a Far Cry before, but I'm extremely eager to play this game.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yes.
For all the scary.
Yo, Montana is fuck. I'm going to fist fight a bear. I'm going to blow up some things with bombs. I don't know. Yeah,
but what are you going to play Far Cry then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. Bloodstained. Yeah, the not Castlevania.
Yeah.
I've seen on Kickstarter. I'm very eager to Meat Boy Forever. Indivisible, which Cyrus talked about. Soul Calibur 6, which was recently announced. Barkley Guide 2 if they finish it.
Okay. Haven't you been talking about that game for like, I don't know, 3 years?
Yeah, maybe closer to 5. I don't know. It's been a while. Super Catherine 2 Turbo, or whatever they're going to call it. Some weird name.
Super
and Brave Earth.
What?
Yeah, this.
Sequel
I think I mentioned this. They had this at TGS, but I missed it because I'm a retard. It's the game made by the I Want to Be the Guy.
Oh, and, that guy.
Yeah, and I tried to make all you play it. I don't think you guys did. So
is it
that
free?
Might come out on Switch. Yeah, I Want to Be the Guy is free. There's even a Mac version.
Okay.
But Brave Earth is being published by those guys that are publishing all the indie games. What are they called?
Circle Entertainment, that's me.
Something. The same guys that are porting the Takedown and Fight Night. So it might come out on Switch.
Is it Dangan or Dangan?
Yeah, yes, Dangan. They're putting this out. They might put it out on Switch if they. I don't know. If somebody writes the code, they'll probably do it.
Okay, awesome.
So fingers crossed. This game looks cool as fuck. Oh, I didn't explain what the game's about. It's like an old school Castlevania, not like Metroidvania, but like individual levels.
Okay, cool.
And it's extremely hard.
Listeners, readers, tell us what you're looking forward to next year. Something new that's coming out.
Oh, all these good games. My list is way better than you guys' list.
Right.
Yeah.
Just gonna be forthright about that.
Well, this is a special episode, so we're actually going to end the show with now playing on the Famicast deck cam.
Ooh boy.
So, first of all, pleased to be reading my aforementioned my I and Me review. God, that's hard to read, isn't it?
Mhm.
My I and Me review, and also John's Slime Sand review on the site. Yeah, we may have a couple more reviews before the end of the year. Just kind of like, right at the end of the line there. So yeah, keep checking back and you'll see some new reviews pop up. Check them out. Ty, what we got?
Oh yeah,
next?
well, I reviewed Manta's Burn. It's the first time I reviewed a game in many, many years, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Ty has a very unique way of reviewing games.
Yeah, so I hope you'll enjoy that. And I did some streaming on Necrodancer. So I'm sort of tentatively planning on doing a weekly Famicast stream.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm aiming for like a Sunday morning Japan time, or maybe around noon. We'll see. I haven't committed to a schedule yet, but that's what I'm looking at.
Right on.
So I'll probably stream again this coming weekend if I'm not too hungover. Like 2 consecutive Christmas parties. So please enjoy.
Yeah, that Bonenkai season coming up.
Yo.
Cyrus?
So I haven't actually published any content myself, but others have. So we had some really big, juicy stuff to hit the Famicast recently. With Miyamoto had an interview, and there was like the Zelda big CDC talk. So that was originally all just published in Japanese, so no one knew what they were talking about. But kindly, Matt Walker, one of the OG members of the Famicast, he translated all of them and put them up for your perusal on the Famicast. So
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
you want to get some seriously deep lore from within the Nintendo annals, you should check out Famicast.com. And later this month, we will be having our end-of-year quiz show. Whatever James calls those things. It's got a big, long, cool name. Cool, quotation mark.
Hey, man!
Yeah.
You don't know what it's called? Because I totally do.
I'm not clicking through my website looking for the name of my own quiz.
It's called, obviously, Happy Smile Super Challenge Famicast Wish Show episode.
Yes, that was just it. I was cleverly building up to it, and you stole my moment.
Episode 2.
But yeah,
we're gonna
so look forward to that. The quiz show. The first one was my favorite episode.
It's gonna be so good. I'm actually doing a different style of quiz this time. I don't know. At the end of the year, like Christmas time, I don't know about you guys, but I love end of the year quizzes and stuff like that. So I'm super hyped for this one. My quiz this time, like before I did, what was it called? Fame or Shame, where I would choose topics that I think you guys knew about, and if you got them wrong, then I would shame you guys by making you lose points. This time, I got a new game called Keyword Countdown, and some people might know that because I stole it off another podcast. So basically, I'm going to give you guys like 10 hints, and you have to work out what game I'm talking about, just from like the keywords about the game or some information about the game.
Wild.
And Ty, I'm assuming you're going for fake or real.
Yeah, I think I'm sort of obligated to.
Right, as it says in your contract.
Yeah, it'll probably have a unique flavor. Like last time, it was all like hacks and technology, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably do a highly categorized fake or real.
So yeah, if you want to end the year with a super fun quiz show to hype your ass off, make sure you're a $3 patron or more to get in on the hype. And you can play along and post your scores and see how you did compared to us and all that kind of stuff. Danny, what else we got?
Yeah, so I did an ARMS review revisit kind of based on the past 2 updates of 3.0 and 4.0, and well, 5.0 is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
another new character, and she looks really cool.
Yeah. So that's some. Well, I'll probably be adding to that again at some point in the future as well. We do have the Game of the Year award article up on the site. So if there's anything that you feel wasn't represented or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment there. Hit us up on Twitter, all that type of stuff, Patreon, wherever the heck you can find us. That would be the way to do that. So,
yeah, keep adding stuff. Don't think that because this is over, it's over. Keep adding.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll revisit it next year. 117.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what was playing on the Famicast. The game. Okay, Danny, that's a wrap. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, that's actually going to do it for this super exciting, actually longer than I thought it would be.
Holy shit.
Show.
We like to go out the year with a bang, Danny. These end of the year shows are always longer, aren't they?
That's true. I can't remember a time when we've had one that's been like under 3 hours. So.
Right. Well, we usually add extra hours into it. Last year we've had the Star Wars hour, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that's now going to be probably part of Famicast screen time, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll talk about Star Wars next year in a Famicast screen time. Now we have a whole podcast we can do that about.
Yeah. Well, if you want to follow the Famicast on Twitter, you can do that at the Famicast, Facebook, at Famicast, YouTube, whatever. It's all the Famicast, all unified. But if you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can we find you?
At Devolver Digital on Twitter. So yeah, please do enjoy.
Okay. And Ty.
Yeah, I'm at Kotaku.
Shit, you've got more followers than I do.
That's right. No, my real Twitter, in case you're listening to the Famicast for the first time ever, I'm Super Cat Drugs. I tweet war crimes, basically.
Jesus.
Video game war crimes.
Oh, right. Okay, that sense. Yeah.
All right. And Cyrus.
So you can find me at Cellsci, and I'm mainly talking about Brawlout stuff recently, so come gossip with me about the latest Smash platform fighter on the system.
Going all out for the Brawlout. You feel me?
Did you just rhyme out with out, and that's going to be the finale to the show?
No.
Yep.
Happy holidays, everybody out there. Hope you guys have a good time with your families, friends. If you don't have any families or friends, we're here. You can listen to this episode over and over again. So
we love you.
Happy Festivus.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is.
If no one else does, we love you.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening. We will catch you guys next time.
Peace. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yo.